Are we live, Poseidon?
Sí, señor.
Welcome everybody to the morning show. Happy New Year, 2021. You know what's great about 2021? It's the same as 2020. These are arbitrary things that we're doing. We're making them up. Anybody catch that New Year special on CNN? If you didn't, good job. You're starting the new year off correctly. Yes. Welcome to the morning show. We decided to do it since it's the first day of the new year and most of the people are at home. George is calling in from the South Shore. He doesn't mind coming on. He doesn't have to come in studio. Remember, if you want to support this anarchy, head over to patreon.com/Pantelis. Join the Pantelis Nation. You go win shirts. You get access to exclusive content, a lot of exclusive podcasts, Poseidon's Saturday afternoon show, In Bed with Poseidon, all available on patreon.com/Pantelis. Now, having said that, let me go over to the man bringing us the news dude, the do's foos, the man with the beard. It's George Chandris.
What's going on, guys?
Nice beard, buddy.
Thank you. It's really not a beard.
You have an interesting color to it. It's almost red. It's a nice light brown. I like it.
I do have red in my beard, which is the strangest thing. I remember a couple years ago I looked into it, and it's actually a pretty common thing for men to have red in their beard. I don't know.
Someone in your family definitely had sex with the Irish, which is cool.
No, it's if you have like brown hair or black hair and then a red beard, it's a Byzantine thing.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're a Byzantine.
So you probably have some Byzantine ancestry.
He means Byzantine, but he's trying to sound like he knows what he's saying.
Byzantine, yeah, there you go. Sorry. I wasn't sure which one it was.
Byzantian.
I took a guess, but it was wrong.
He's an America, Ian. You mean an American? An America, Ian. An Americanian.
Look, the brain's not working this morning.
Yo, speaking of the Irish, last night up until about 5 a.m, I was looking at different Eurovision Song Contest videos from the ages. Dude, there was a good period, because I was bored. There was a good period where Ireland was a dominant, man, you know, like the music-wise. They were winning. Israel won 3 times, and all 3 times they won were garbage. I was looking. Who else won that was garbage? Netherlands kept winning. They were shit. Yeah, it was very.
They have some very questionable songs.
Very
questionable. I remember being big on Eurovision, but then at some point I just stopped. Remember when Greece started sending some really kick-ass singers there? They had some really good songs. This was like in the early 2000s.
Well, Paparizou won in 2005. It was the only Greek win. She won in 2005, but that was a good song. It was everything, so everybody liked it. But then Greece was sending, I was watching yesterday, I was like, I have to show these on the live shows. Like, they're so bad. We have to. There was a time where they sent a guy stereo mic because fucking VCR Aristide wasn't available, and it was, dude, it was fucking phenomenally garbage. Like, you have these fake rappers. Yo, listen here now. Pick hands up, and I was like, no, stop. Stop, this isn't real life. Yeah, it was bad. And then you saw like the early times, like in the 60s and 70s, you saw a little period where France, like the French language was dominating, like French music. And you see that's when culturally they were doing good. Same thing with the UK. It's when culturally, musically, they were doing good in the world. That's when they were winning. And then something I didn't know in the 90s, Celine Dion won Eurovision representing Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Yeah, I found out. I was like, what the fuck, Celine Dion? Yeah, she wanted to represent Switzerland just because she wanted to win a contest, I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But hold on. Who are the Eurovision? What do I type in? I need to see this.
Oh, type in Greece fucking stereo mic. We don't need this monetized anyway. So.
Greece rappers.
What? I never said that. You're just making that up.
You said they're like fake rappers.
Greece Eurovision stereo mic. Type that in.
I remember getting into a Eurovision back when Hadziani was on. I remember he was a little kid. That's what
I remember. I was never that big on Eurovision. I was happy that Greece won, but I didn't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, neither did I. But it's just because it was all over the TV, and your parents are watching it. So
there's a lot of hokey stuff on it. Do you know what I mean? Like I was watching some of the.
But apparently, it's a huge thing. Like this is a huge deal, Eurovision. Like in Europe and. Well, there's some countries that aren't even part of Europe, and they still qualify for some
fucking Azerbaijan is in there. It doesn't make any sense now. They're just letting anyone in.
Yeah. I always wonder how Israel is part of these contests, even the Euro Cup.
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you why?
Is included.
Israel, it's a political reason why they're included. They're included because they can't take part in any of the other regional stuff. Like they can't take part in the African Cup because all the countries around them hate them. So they don't want incidents. That's why they allowed them in the Euro contest.
Right.
Because they go, if we have them in the African Cup, someone's going to shoot them. So that's...
I wonder if there's a Middle Eastern...
well, there's the Asia stuff, and the Arab League has their own stuff. Like every little section does their own shit.
And they don't want Israel, obviously.
No. And I think Israel, too, at the time, like in the 70s or whatever the fuck it was, they were like, let's join another competition because, they were getting, like, hotel bombings and shit like that.
Yeah.
So them, it was political. Now, why the fuck Azerbaijan is in the European contest or Kazakhstan is beyond me. They should be in the Asian stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like at this point, just let Canada through.
Yeah,
but fucking Celine Dion, she won for Switzerland.
Well, look, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if she can't qualify for Canada, she might as well find another European country and go.
But
and
why? It's not your
right?
contest. That's like me being like, well, fuck, man, I gotta go to Japan so I could compete for the Japan nationals. You're not a Japan national.
Or the sumo wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go represent Japan.
Japan. No, but I mean, if you want to be a sumo wrestler, you got to go to Japan, right? I mean, if Poseidon ever wants to be a sumo wrestling champion, he can't represent Canada.
I'm not allowed to even perform the sport in Japan because I'm not Japanese.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah.
No, there are non-Japanese sumo wrestlers.
But he's not allowed to perform it in Japan, he says, if he's not Japanese.
Yeah, but they might be they might not be like biologically Japanese, but maybe citizenship wise they are. And I think you got to be of a certain class in society. You got to have dinero, as they say.
They don't say dinero in Japan.
No, I know they say yen, but I don't think they say yen either. I just realized that's in China.
That's not in China. The Japanese is yen, but they don't go, like, no one goes around saying US dollars here.
No, I know.
You know what they say when they see you there? Get out my country. Please, sir, get out. We don't want to deal with Mongol hordes. Get out. Yes, I was stuck on that. I was watching different, and I was just surprised that a lot of the shit music, like that was winning some years. I was like, what is this nonsense? And then you see the evolution of music, how like it used to be more about the voice at some point. Then it was more about like the lyrics, and then late like 2008, 10, around then, it just went south, and it was all nonsense. It was like, put your hands up, everybody. Like, it was just nonsense, and they were winning.
But you know that they have all these like, what's called like heavy metal bands, like this thrash metal from all these northern countries.
Well, Lordi won in 2006, right after. So Greece wins in 2005 with Paparizou. Then the competition was held in Athens. So Lordi won, which I think was the Greek vote over there, fucking with everyone. They're like, we're gonna vote for the heavy metal guys in masks. 100% of Europe could go fuck itself. So that seemed hilarious. We didn't have a good song since Paparizou up until 2019 when our girl from here, Katerina Duska, went.
She was not bad. Saki Ruva, when he went...
garbage. I was watching that yesterday.
He was not bad.
My girlfriend's like, who the fuck is this insane
show,
person?
You know?
It was not. Go watch it now. You're going to see it doesn't age well. Saki Ruva was bad. Duska, it's fucking crazy because I saw the guy that won. Trash. I was like, how the fuck did she lose? Like,
makes sense. It never makes
doesn't
sense.
make
And
sense.
I have a feeling that it's also very political because it's the countries that vote, right? So it's always...
well, you always see like Turkey always gets Azerbaijan's votes. Azerbaijan gets Turkey's. Cyprus
same
normally
thing with
goes to Greece.
Cyprus. Yeah.
It's fucking funny.
So how did she do though, Duska?
Duska did well, especially in the court of public opinion, because I even noticed online like there was videos of people who were like Americans like reviewing songs, and they always like they don't like any of the Eurovision except her. They were like, oh shit, she's got a voice. She's got, because she was good. She has a raspy voice too, you know. So it was nice, but it was political, so she didn't get the win. But everybody else
She was with you. She was in your grade.
Yeah, she was in my. It's weird because in kindergarten,
I don't remember this girl at all. I know Phil
you were
has
older.
spoken to me about her, but
you were older. But I was thinking about that with Phil when he had brought it up, because I had no clue what she was doing. That she was in music and stuff, and when she was in Eurovision, because like we're proud. And there was someone else I forgot. Like we were trying to count from that class, from like let's say that kindergarten that year. Those years. There's a few of us that actually went into the arts, but like not I finger paint on Fridays, like actually went and made careers in arts. And it's weird because that generation too was a generation where I wouldn't expect us to do it, because as far as I remember, because our parents had come here and worked, everybody wanted you to get a real job. It wasn't in the thought anywhere that you're going to do anything in the arts. But there was a few of us that actually did it from that generation, which was interesting. I remember I was talking about it with Phil when he had brought it up. But this was like a year and a half ago when she was competing, or 2 years ago. Yeah.
Something in the water you guys are drinking.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, there was a few of us that actually just pushed through. I guess they gave us too much self-confidence, and we didn't realize how fucking insane all this is.
Yeah, you probably landed on one of those good teachers that supported you.
Well, I had some shit teachers too, but there was definitely a teacher. Something happened to us that we just said, like, this is possible. When it's fucking insane.
But that's how you gotta be, man.
Yeah.
That's to make it.
That's how to make it. Yeah. No, she's good. She's good. I think she lives in Greece. I'm not sure. But she's good. She's good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad. Look, the thing is, it's all about being unique, right? And she has, like you said, she has like this little raspy voice.
But she also has a big voice. Like she has. I personally, I like power.
Yeah, no, she has a very powerful voice, but it's not like one of those. Sometimes when you listen, you're like, "Who the hell is this singer?" You can't really.
She has a unique voice, so if you hear her, you know it's her.
What it is. Yeah, you listen to that and you're like, "Okay, that's this girl. We know." Yeah. You know who you can easily identify her by her voice. No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good. I like a lot of these new lady singers now with those kind of voices and shit. I like that stuff. Like he knows. I like Lana Del Rey. Big fan of Lana Del Rey. Her, it's more of the I like the subject matter. Makes me feel like I traveled back in time. I like Sia too. Sia has a good voice.
Sia's really talented.
Yeah. She has a very good voice.
Last night I was listening to what's her face.
That's a good one.
Billie Eilish. Everything I Wanted.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish doesn't have a unique voice, Malaga.
No, I know, but I mean the song.
She does. No, she does. You know it's her. Like, she has
but it's not. She doesn't have what we were talking about, the power.
Oh, I see what you mean.
She has zero power. Actually, not sure about that. I've heard some of the songs that haven't, they're not that mainstream.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
According to Spotify, my #1 played song last year was Billie Eilish. So, I think I would know. No,
she's freaking.
It was, but it was just one song. Everything I Wanted, the one that I influenced him to start listening to. That's a good song, but that's not a powerful. That's powerful, like lyrics wise. She's not screaming.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's Phil? Yeah, it's true.
He will be joining us soon.
Sound issues or mic issues. So I think his
probably stereo mic showed up there. Did you find any of the videos that you want to show us?
Oh, you want me to show one?
That's what you were saying, no?
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Sorry, because then I went off on a tangent. I googled sumo wrestling.
What?
I found out you used to be able to hire sumo wrestlers like from other countries, foreigners. But then one like stable, they call it, hired like 6 Mongolians at the same time, and they put in a law that you weren't allowed anymore.
6 Mongolians?
Yeah, like at once, and they freaked out. They had a meltdown in Japan. Like I went into this whole tangent, bro, while you guys were talking on sumo wrestling.
Yeah, bro, you try this one. This one. Yeah, just stereo mic. Greece, yeah. Watch my, what's it called? Watch my dance.
Isn't this guy wasn't he touring recently? Wasn't he in Montreal like last year or the year before?
I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea.
With thousands of classes on the Peloton app, you can find new ways to work out.
Releve, lift your heel. From the music scene, and I used to follow it a lot. I used to know exactly what.
Well, you had your band.
Yeah, but I've
Pixlax Light, as they called it.
Pixlax Light, yeah.
Okay.
It was fun years, man. Fun years, those years, honestly. When we had zero responsibility, no wives, no kids.
Those were good times.
They were a lot of fun.
All right, Poseidon, let's check this out. Let's... Can you hear it, George?
Not very well.
I'm gonna flip this table.
This is who's stereo mic?
I think so, yeah.
I was born so betrayed. Who am I? What I'll be? What is mine in this life? Just the heaven and sea. No, I won't give them up. Don't you my proof. Don't believe what you hear.
What the fuck is this, bro?
It's your truth.
What the fuck is this, bro?
The duty I've got is my war against fear, and I want you with me. Yes, I want you so near. Watch my
He's just
hands
rhyming
set up
anything.
high. It's like
Get me a beer. I think in the corner it's hitting a deer. Like he's just singing.
And I'm such a queer.
Yeah, it's not good. This guy's not bad, this guy, but it doesn't go with the rapper. Yeah. All right, Poseidon, that's enough. Oh God. G-Funk. That's he ruins the whole song.
What the fuck was that?
So there was a lot of that kind of shit. Like I was watching, I was like, what in the like a couple of years where we sent garbage. But that was those years. It's funny when we sent them, that was the year of in Europe the rise of the white rapper that didn't really have talent. But
The rise of the white rapper.
Yeah, they would dress kind of like a mixture of Eminem and Kid Rock.
Yeah.
And they would go on like, oh, this guy's probably got talent. And instead of singing their native language, they would do it in English. Because the good rappers of those countries sing in their language and they're good at making raps.
Yeah.
But these guys, they would sing in English so that the people just hear rhymes. They don't know what they're saying. And they would be like, I like cheese. Where's my me's? Like they would say stupid shit. And people were like, oh my God, it's so crazy. Like that. Yeah.
By the way, our stream has been temporarily blocked.
Oh, yeah, because we played Eurovision.
So we just wait now, or?
No, I'm still on over here.
Oh,
So
okay.
just, they probably blocked that and then you're back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How's it looking, Poseidon?
It's looking good.
It's looking good?
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah, so that's
But
what we...
there's some good rappers in Greece. They're very
that's what I'm
underground.
saying. There's some good rappers now. Like,
Oh yeah, but they rap in Greek.
they rap in Greek because they...
No, and it's really, really,
Really good.
interesting.
That's what we're saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they'll throw in like an English word, but it's not. It's English isn't. They won't rap in English. It's in Greek
No.
primarily.
It's
You know.
And they're
It's
good.
like that. You guys listen to that, the Greek rap.
He listens to it a
I
lot.
have gotten into it very heavy in the past.
I
years.
listen to it when I go to the barber because he's playing it.
Yeah.
Who's your barber? Oh, unless you don't want to plug him. He's in
I'll
the
plug
valley,
him.
you said,
Yeah,
right?
he's Mano Rose. You can follow him on Instagram. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, he's a good dude. He's always packed though, but he's a good dude. He's our barber. He's our barber in Laval. He's on what's the street?
100th Avenue.
100th Avenue.
And
The other 99 just didn't cut it.
because you always gotta keep it 100, bro.
No, but they're good. They're good.
I can't believe I said that.
It's also fun to listen to Greek black guys rap in Greek.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things.
Yeah. Well, we were watching that music video the other day.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, the song has some ups and downs, but the music video that they had made, these guys, what was his name? Light, his name. is, right?
Yeah, like.
Psst, that was like a legit music video. Like, you know, back
Yeah.
in the day, music videos were important.
Yeah.
It was one of those
Yeah.
music videos.
Yeah.
It was a good music
It
video.
had like a
Where
story
they would
to
spend
it.
millions of dollars on a video.
On a video, yeah, they were just doing a heist. But now you don't have to spend millions because of all the technology, right?
Yeah.
So now it's different, but it looked great. It was a good. I was proud of the Greeksters.
He's half Greek, half black, basically. Light.
I like how he said that. Someone sent me a message today. They asked, they said, "What's the race of your dog?" I said, "Black."
You're like, it's obvious. Can't you see?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Because I don't know. Nobody knows, right? When I rescued her, she looked like a rat, and now she's finally looks like a dog. So nobody knows.
You picked her up. You picked her up from the SPCA.
Yeah. I had seen photos of her at first, and bro, I don't know. Like, you remember the evolution? Like, I have even videos of her. She looked like an actual rat, like a huge rat. She looked like Master Splinter, and it was rough, man. It took her, I think, almost 2 years to start playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just scared, just sitting in the corner. Yeah, she went through a lot of shit when she was younger. And it's crazy because if they don't find homes, like they weren't gonna find a home because she's fucking special needs. They euthanize these dogs.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she would have been moided right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saved her.
Well, I didn't save her, but I rescued her, sir.
Yes.
But
Does that happen with all the dogs at the SPCA? They just stay there for a while and then after they just get rid of them?
I don't know all the rules for all the dogs. They try their best. From what I understand, they try their best to find foster home. Like, they try whatever they can, but depends on the city. Some cities are fucked up, man. Like, some cities, they off these animals. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's bad, bro. You start treating animals, bro, like the Azerbaijani. It's not a way to live. That was a good race joke, but nobody got it. So George, what kind of news you bring into the table?
Because the Azerbaijani are scumbags.
Honestly, there's really not that much happening since Wednesday. Really, zero. It's dark out there in the news world, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's rare that usually it's news heavy, right?
Can I say something about that, George? Doesn't that seem like everything is fake? News should be news. Something's happening in the world. The world's constantly evolving. Stuff always happening. It can't be like, this is breaking news. Unless it's a holiday, then nothing happens. Criminals take the day off. The virus is taking a break. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's a good point, and we're talking about that with Poseidon on Wednesday, where the negative sells, right? And this time around, people just don't want, unless it's something huge that happens.
Yeah.
But usually, this whole week period between a little bit before Christmas and a little bit after New Year's, they usually keep it on the down low, which it comes back to what you were saying. Maybe, I don't know if it's fake. It's just that there's a lot of control that goes into the media in what we get to read or hear or see. I mean, there's really nothing. If you look at the news, it's like, okay, the first kid born in 2021 in Hôpital Rosemont or whatever the hell it is.
Fucking Goofy McGooferson.
You know what I mean? 50 people getting arrested on the Hill, on Parliament Hill in Quebec.
Why?
Because usually every year, on New Year's Eve, there's like a gathering, kind of like we have at the old port over here.
Yeah.
So they do that in Old Quebec, and obviously on Parliament Hill. I'm guessing there's fireworks. I don't know what there is, and people still decided to go this year. So the cops were ready. I think they arrested like one or two people. They gave fines to about 50 or 60 people. But Quebec throughout this whole pandemic has been really influenced. There's some really hardcore radio hosts in Quebec City, coming out of Quebec City. You know one of them.
Yeah.
And that really influenced people on the wrong side, right? And Quebec has been one big mess to control publicly. Like
I have a weird relationship. I have a weird relationship with that side of Quebec because like I make fun and all that, but for some reason everybody else gets pissed, but and they get pissed at other people, like they get pissed at Jan and shit like that. But for me, they're cool with it. They're just like, Pantelis always making a joke, and I hear some facts for you, brother. Like that's what they do. Like they like me, but Jan, it's funny because Jan could say anything. Jan can be like, I don't know about these stats. Like, fuck you, you old piece of shit. They're mad at Jan, but they're cool with me, so they're nice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, they have Radio X over there.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, but that was fucked up. The banning him was crazy. Like there's shit that should really not be out in public that's out there, and they banned this guy. That's crazy.
It's just the government just withdrew the ads they used to take.
I'm talking about his YouTube channel. Got taken off.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
You can have varying opinions. I mean, there's crazy opinions out there as long as they're not violent. You know what I mean?
Yes, as long as it's not a call to violence.
Yeah, then I don't give a shit, bro. Say what I mean. Fucking Scientology's around. I don't give a shit. It's all nonsense. All this is nonsense. I don't know why people take it personal.
Yeah, so back to the news. I mean, there's really nothing much happening. I thought maybe perhaps today we can each forget about all the negative that we've been talking about throughout the year, because essentially that's news, right? I mean, you want the news, it's primarily bad,
Pat is saying in the chat, by the way, Pat is letting everyone know that my Adobe Flash joke was amazing. Dropped a little zinger on the Twitter yesterday. Did you know, Poseidon, that yesterday?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. It
was a good joke. Did you know that yesterday was the last day of support for Adobe Flash? Adobe Flash Player is done.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know, huh? Yeah, a lot of people didn't know, but it was a good... I had two good... look, people liked other tweets, but my two favorite tweets of yesterday was my Adobe Flash joke and my telling people about the new year that 2020 wasn't our worst year. I think those were my best tweets. I don't know why...
Well, there was the one with the same asshole. That one was good too.
That was good too, but that was the day before.
Okay.
Or it was early in the, I don't know. But the BBC wrote the Adobe Flash is finally laid to rest. And then I wrote fucking COVID.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That was that one.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But...
and the other one was, it wasn't our best year as a planet, but it wasn't our worst either. Remember when the Beetle was invented? Now that turned out to be a shitty year.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a good one.
That one was very good.
Yeah. I started the year off with a Holocaust reference. It was, I'm starting the year off properly. It's funny because some people don't get it. Some people just think like, "Yo, that's right, bro. Fuck Volkswagen." Like they're
Are you serious?
yeah, car guys. Car guys will be like, "Fuck Volkswagen." It's like, well, there's more. There's more to life.
You
than
might
this.
offend your mechanic, bro.
Yeah, my mechanic.
Yeah.
Who's my mechanic? I bring my shit to Ford.
Remember the guy there? What's his name?
Oh, Avi.
Yeah, Avi.
Oh yeah, Avi doesn't
he
care.
has. I know, but he has a Beetle.
Yeah, but he restored one. Yeah.
Yeah, he restored one. There you
Yeah,
go.
but he's
Sorry.
also a Jew. He's allowed to have whatever he wants from the Germans.
Holy shit!
He deserves it.
The retribution.
It's retribution. It's like how the Palestinians are soon going to be allowed to have all the technology that Israel's working on. They're like, you left us on one block for the longest time. Now it's ours.
God damn.
So, speaking of politics, G,
Yeah.
we could start the year off light like this, fucking fun and games. Because here's the thing. This whole COVID nonsense is going to stick around for a while because it's a goddamn virus. And for the people that are at risk, like the categories, it's almost a death sentence. So it's going to stick around for a while. We know this. We don't have to keep mulching over it, You just have to decide, I guess for now, is how you're going to live it. Are you going to live in fear, panic? You're going to cover yourself? I just hope for everyone that the people that are at risk and their families and all that, they stay safe. That's it. Apart from the rest, psychologically, we just got to get mentally strong to deal with, the masks and going out and limited capacity and all that shit. Deal with it for a bit. I'm not saying we should live like that forever. I'm saying get ready to deal with it for a bit because I have a feeling that now when we come back from the holidays, they're going to push things further.
But it's also going to be very messy, right? I'm expecting, in fact, everybody's been saying it, that the Christmas spirit they were projecting it to be the worst one, right?
Christmas spirit.
All these morons that went down south for some reason, including politicians, by the way.
And your podcast partner. Yeah, go on.
My podcast partner?
No, his podcast partner.
Oh, yeah. So it's I don't see how January won't be worrisome, then that, I don't know. I just think we need to be careful, but I do agree with you because in essence of what we're expecting, I wouldn't be surprised if the measures got more strict.
Question for you, George, though. How, in God's name, in Quebec, we're what, about 7 million? We're getting 100 some deaths daily. But then in Florida, they're...
No, we're not that. No, we're not that high.
I'm not getting 100 something deaths daily from this.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking crazy. That might be in general.
No. I think the other day I heard something like 20, 25 deaths.
Dude, if 100 people a day would die, just count that in a month.
Yeah.
Like 30 times 100.
Or was it monthly, I think?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That would be crazy. That would be culling the population. You just sit back for 3 months and then you own everything. Like that would be crazy.
Yeah, no, it's the cases that are on the rise. We're nearing 3,000. Ontario surpassed 3,000, and it's the hospitalizations that they're looking at right now, right? So we're close to 2,000 hospitalizations. It's overwhelming for our hospital network and the health system.
Yeah, my godson's mother was telling me that because she's there. She's at the hospital. She's saying it's the COVID area. She was overwhelmed because the people that are there, like the intensive care people, are the at-risk people. Like it's a death sentence. Yeah. They're dropping like flies.
Oh, yeah. We're getting, 160 something infections per day. Not deaths. Sorry.
Yeah, because infections, like, for example, let's say statistically, if me and you get it and 100% of this room is infected, there's also less than 1% chance that we'd actually die.
Yeah, I know.
So infection and death rate are two different things.
Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah. I made a mistake. But my question was, how come we have more infections daily than, let's say, I don't know, a state like Florida, where there are 22 million people?
Well, we're also testing much more, right?
And the more you test, the more cases you're gonna get. Because you could have.
We really?
Yeah, if people are panicking here. They're going in like crazy. Yeah, we're testing. Quebec is testing a lot. People are motivated to go in. You know, they go in those clinics. They get tested. Whereas Florida, at this point, they're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's going. I mean, it took time over here, but eventually they were very good at setting up those mobile testing sites where they're pretty much everywhere. Anywhere you live, you can pretty much go get tested somewhere close by.
In Houston, they're just business as usual, basically. Just wear your mask when you go outside, but business as usual. And it might be like that all over Texas. And they're doing fine, yeah. So, and I'm not saying that that's the way to go. I'm just letting you know that different parts of the world are doing different things.
Well, I follow some people that are from Texas, and on their stories, they're at the gym, no mask.
Yeah. I mean, what's it called? New Zealand apparently is going on business as usual. They say that they don't have COVID anymore. They say they beat COVID.
Yeah, well, they took really extreme measures in the beginning, and
They
really,
killed
like,
all the local
eliminated
Australians.
the curve. Like, there was no curve. You know what we're saying? Like, stop everything for a month, and you're pretty much done with it.
What I said months ago?
Yeah, that's what New Zealand did.
New Zealand took my idea. Look, of all the countries, I didn't expect it to be New Zealand that listens. Right? They're not known for their intellect. However, you know what? I'm proud of you, New Zealand. You listened to the bad boy here, and you did good. Now, if everyone else could follow suit, we'd be fine. I think
All
they're
the
doing it on
women
purpose.
coming out. That's what happens when you have women leaders.
Is it a woman leader?
Yeah, actually, it's a woman prime minister.
Again,
yeah.
goes back to statistics I have on YouTube. Women fucking love me and the show. Women listen. I'm telling you. Men, jump on board. Start listening to these ladies, man. They know what they're talking about. As long as they're talking about me. If they're talking about other things, it's nonsense. They tell you to listen to me, listen.
I have a question about New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the OG Zealand?
Where's the what?
The OG Zealand.
What do you mean OG
The
Zealand?
original Zealand.
In the UK.
There's a place called Zealand?
There's a place called Zealand.
It doesn't sound as nice as New Zealand, though.
No, but there's a Mexico and a New Mexico.
But Mexico sounds nicer than New Mexico.
Really? New Mexico sounds cleaner and nicer. It's new. Why are you laughing?
It's on the other side of the border.
Yeah, it's like New York.
Because you said, like...
It's new, like
I don't know, but you said, like, clean, like, it's, like, you made a racist joke by mistake.
I'm gonna make a racist joke.
Well, because it's, because it's New Mexico, it's cleaner, you said.
Yeah, because it's new. It's new, it's sleek, it's new. I'm just using the new. Like New York, there's Old York, there's York,
Yeah.
and then there's New York.
But New York is filthy.
But New York used to be, it's crazy because New York used to be New Amsterdam. Old New York was New Amsterdam. Does that fuck with your head?
Hold on, wait, what? Repeat that?
Old New York was New Amsterdam.
And they changed it to New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much better name.
Yeah. Much better
Oh.
name than New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Because the Dutch were everywhere.
Really?
The Dutch colonized the Dutch, bro, were fucking innovative in slave trades too. The Dutch fucked up Africa.
Everyone did.
No, people don't talk about like they try to swipe it under the rug, bro. Yeah, like the Netherlands people. That's what I'm talking about when I say the Dutch.
Yeah.
Not like Deutsche Bank, not like the Germans. We're talking about the Dutch. Bro, they fucked Africa hard. And they try to rewrite history. South Africa? You know why there's white people in South Africa? It's them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They went down, they fucked shit up, they caused civil wars, they killed people.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
they brought it to another level.
Yeah, the Germans too, though. Even before World War I, the Germans and the Dutch were destroying Africa.
Really?
Yeah, before like the Holocaust of the Jews in Europe, there was a Holocaust of black people in Africa.
Oh shit!
They don't like talk about that shit in history.
God damn.
Yeah. They were destroying people. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Never forget, bro. Never
Yeah,
forget.
they've raped and pillaged.
Yeah, that's why you can't trust governments, bro. Governments, they go into other countries like we're here for, and they don't tell like people at home probably didn't know. They're just like, we got more resources in Africa, and people were like, fuck, these Africans are so nice. They're giving us so much shit. They had no idea what they were doing to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you didn't have the internet back
There's no internet, bro. There's no cell phone
There's
videos.
no way you
they were
could-
just like, we got so much from Africa, and they're like, wow, those guys are generous, and they were just getting fucking massacred. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Don't forget, if you forget, you are doomed to repeat history. Do not forget
Yes,
what.
this is true.
That's why I don't trust governments, bro. They're full of shit. Hey, it's Phil on.
And any history enthusiast that just listened to this right now,
Is angry.
Phil, are you? Is your sound working there? Can't hear you, buddy.
No, we can't hear him. God damn, Phil. Phil, for a guy who's in tech, you're very bad at this. Well, we had Phil for a moment. We lost him.
That was very.
Phil is great podcast. Phil, people are saying in the chat they enjoyed your latest Fill My Hole. So by the way, I forgot to mention off the top, but if you look in the description, there are links to find Phil Balabanos and our friend George Tadrizos. Now George, he's got multiple podcasts out there. One about politics and I guess important people in society around Canada, the Backstage podcast, and his other one, Just As Dads, the most relatable show on the internet for dads, is a show that he comes out with weekly with his friends, other dads, and they talk about life with their children. Surprisingly, Phil Balabanos is not part of that show. Phil also a dad. You should make that collaboration. You should call
Hey,
it.
Phil.
You should mix both your podcasts together. Just a couple of dads fail kids' holes. Actually, no, don't make that. Don't make that. Forget what I said. You will get arrested. That is not a podcast you want. Don't mix your podcast. Don't cross streams. Don't cross streams. One guy fills holes, the other talks about his kids. If we mix that, we're in trouble.
I was gonna say fill my dads or dads that fill.
Oof. Dads that fill.
Yeah.
That's
Get it cream pie, you know, because they're dads, right?
okay. Yeah, you went all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so just check them out in the description. They got some good content. They're creating it weekly, and look at Phil's lighting. You don't want more content like that, where you got easy lighting right there, just clean and nice. You feel like you're watching a sophisticated TV interview. Head over.
But can you hear?
Now I started hearing you a bit.
All right. Okay. I have no idea what's happening.
Well, there we go, Phil. At least we can hear you now.
I
Yeah.
didn't do anything. I just
The
turned it
Poseidon
all off.
69. The Poseidon 69 on Twitter and Instagram to follow Poseidon, the producer of the morning show. And Poseidon will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. on our Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis, with his hit show, In Bed with Poseidon. By hit, I mean he abuses women. All right, now back to the show. Phil, welcome. What are you bringing to the table?
Happy New Year, motherfuckers.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, what am I bringing to the table? I'm having a little orange juice here from my sponsor.
Oh,
That looks
delicious.
delicious, though, eh?
Who's
yeah, it
sponsoring
is
you? Trees?
Anytime somebody drinks an orange juice live or on TV or whatever, it just looks fresh and
Yeah.
look
I
at it. Look at it.
squeezed it myself straight from the fucking bottle.
Oh fuck, that's something I haven't had in a while. Juice.
Do not by Tropicana. Nothing. Happy New Year. I'm here.
What'd you do last
And,
night, Philly?
I stayed home and drank. I drank the alcohol,
Well,
the
you don't-
ferment.
Yeah, I was telling Poseidon this morning. I have no idea how the hell I'm up.
I could hear you guys, even though I was offline. I had the audio on. You're just like, bro, I drank wine and I got drunk. And Poseidon jumps in. He's like, bro, you got wine tipsy. Like he has a term from TikTok.
Yeah, he has a TikTok reference for everything. You got
TikTok reference.
Bro, you got wine tipsy, bro. Bro, you got soap slippery, bro. He has terms for everything. I stayed up till 5 a.m, Phil, watching the Eurovision Song Contest.
Was that yesterday?
No, it wasn't live. I was just on YouTube watching different videos throughout the years, and I was just embarrassed about some of the people that were being sent. I was embarrassed not just for some of the Greek people that went, but I was also embarrassed for other countries. I was like, this is your best? Really? This is your fucking best?
The Eurovision Song Contest is like the pinnacle of trash, of Euro trash, 9 times out of 10. The music that goes through there is just, I mean, there's always the outlier, right? There's like Kat was there and she had a pretty good entry.
That's what we were talking about. We were talking about how she was robbed.
Yeah, she wasn't robbed.
She was robbed, bro. I saw the guy that won. Trash.
No, I mean, that's what that competition is. She brought like a fine art painting to like a kid's daycare, and they're like, well, we can't choose the good one. The kids are going to feel like we all think they're retards. Let's pick the finger painting
For
one.
rednecks
what
sculptures.
But it's also about visibility, right? I mean, as soon as that song came out, how many downloads did she get? You
Oh,
know what I
for
mean? Like,
sure,
she
dude.
did well. She did well.
Yeah, she did really well. I mean, I had spoken to her about it. I'm like, how did this even happen? She's like, I don't even fucking know. Like,
She's
it doesn't
good.
make sense because she's like indie R&B rock, I guess. That's the vibe, and this is like pop
You
trap.
put her in R&B?
I mean, her voice is definitely R&B. A lot of the stuff she does is very
Yeah.
R&B. She
You find the
sounds
R&B?
like
I don't find the R&B.
I find the way she vocalizes really fits into that soul R&B kind
She
of
has
vibe.
soul, yeah, but I don't know if it was R&B.
Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not a music connoisseur.
Like, isn't R&B, and Poseidon, you could correct me if I'm wrong, you know, but wouldn't R&B be her like saying like, ooh boy, I love you so, what you coming in my bathtub for? Wouldn't it be more like that?
I thought you were gonna say bati hole.
Bad-
Why are you coming in my bati hole?
Yeah.
It's a
Who let
beautiful
you
lyric
in
for
my
2021.
apartment? Ooh, this is aggravated assault. Like, it feels like it's more of that. That's what R&B is.
R&B?
R&B.
in Israel. I mean, speaking of Israel, I mean, remember that Greek song that won in the Eurovision in Israel?
What?
That stupid fa 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 fo 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 la la la. That stupid fucking from
No,
the
Greece
60s.
only won once.
Yeah. No, they won twice.
No, they
Or
won
did
once.
really
No,
well.
no. I was watching yesterday. I saw the song contest. Greece only won. You can't. This is the time where I'm gonna fact check you with the facts I learned a few hours ago.
How about this? The song became a huge hit in Israel
And it was a Greek song.
It was Pascali. Yeah, it's from the 60s. It was
Sounds
just
garbage.
Like 60s Greek camp.
Oh,
what it
dude,
was.
in the 60s and 70s, I was watching all the entries, all the countries. Such nonsense. Fa la
Yeah,
la
no
la, we're all happy together. Fa la la la, we're all happy. I was like, oh my God, shoot these fucking Germans. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was
We
bad.
killed all the Jews, but now we are happy. We killed all the Jews, but now we are happy.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, by the way, you saw the transition of when they started letting Germany back into shit. Because, like, they were nowhere to be seen for, like, a lot of contests. And then it's like, runners up. Yeah, hi, we're here. We're here. Like, it was, they just had to integrate them back in, like, late 70s. Like, all right, we're going to trust you again.
We are from West Germany, not the East Germany, the West Germany. West is best. Like,
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this now. This fucking German accent.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
I just found out
I
R&B
mean,
stands for rhythm and blues.
Yeah, baby.
I didn't even
You didn't
know
about
that.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
What-
look
What
at
did you think
George.
it meant?
Yeah, what did you think it meant, actually? That's what you should tell us.
Reggae and beats.
No, I thought, I don't know, like,
What did you think the N stood for?
Yeah.
rappers and...
Oh, okay. Yeah, it went over Poseidon's head.
Vicious.
But
Yeah, I did. It's okay.
yeah, but it's a good one.
Thing.
Yeah,
That was a good
R&B
question to ask
really-
Poseidon.
But R&B has really transformed, right? Like, see, like people like Poseidon, when they hear R&B, they automatically they're connected to rap or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
doesn't
think
do
that
it.
me.
Yeah.
Well, no, R&B, I thought Nate Dogg, who the Weeknd, R. Kelly.
Even the Weeknd is something else. It's
That's
evolved,
what-
in, and I love the
Well,
Weeknd. I'm just saying it's its own thing now. It's evolved into a different.
It's it's like a different
Really?
genre entirely.
Yeah, it's
I
very.
know, but I don't know how to classify them, so I say R&B.
You don't have to classify everything.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Stop putting
this-
things into
this one
boxes.
goes in this box. This fun goes in this chamber.
Yo, are the people that run
don't-
this fucking building here today? Because I gotta give them the rent.
Yeah?
Are they
Oh,
here?
yeah.
No, it's the first.
I don't think so.
I'll slip it under the door.
I mean,
I should have gave him a check last week, I guess.
you probably whatever. Don't slip it under the door. Just wait. Make them ask for it. Oh, you want the rent? Here's the
No,
rent.
no, I don't play that shit. We have a deal. The first, so I'm slipping it under the first. I keep my end of the bargain. I don't want. Why would they? I want them to chase me. That's crazy.
That's fair.
They deserve
I mean,
it. They deserve it. I mean, that's what we agreed to, right? First of the month.
Yeah, that's we agreed to. That's fair.
I'll write him
I
a
mean,
check after this.
gotta-
Remind me to write him a check before we go.
So what do you guys take out from 2020? I mean, when you look back, it was a crazy year for everyone, but it was pretty interesting though, at least for you guys. I mean, look at everything that happened in 2020.
Yeah,
I mean, if
we
you
we
wanna know,
risked our
go listen to
financial
my latest episode.
stability.
Yeah.
We put everything on the line because we're insane. Yeah, George, that sounds good. Wuhan became very popular. I saw them partying the New Year yesterday. These guys are fucking having a
Yeah,
great
they're
time.
fucking living it up.
Goddamn Wuhan, they're fucking bragging. What do I take from it?
I don't know. 2020 was definitely a year of risk.
Well,
Let's
I saw
call it
the real
that.
people.
Like,
I saw what you saw what everyone was made out of, because you saw who took advantage. Because here's the thing, right? Whether we like it or not, this happened. You can't
Yeah.
change it. So you saw the people who took the new surroundings, took advantage of it to move forward. You know, for example, us, we doubled down podcasting because we're in. And you saw the people who just sat back, jacked it, and now starting the new year, they're fucked, right? They're basically behind. They
I
wasted a
managed
year.
to-
They gave us a pause year. If you're an artist, you had a year that was paused. That you could, there's nothing to be sure about, Phil. They gave us a pause year. People were getting paid here, $2 a month, and they were making more than what they were making in their part-time jobs. Huh?
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
say
said I'm
anything.
not sure when you went. I'm not sure, and then I continued, and then you stopped talking.
No, I said the only thing I'm sure of is in the middle of a fucking financial, like economic depression, I managed to sell a failing business to some unsuspecting fools.
So I mean, we had a chance. You know, we had you had your chance now during this pause mode to try. I'm not saying everyone's gonna succeed or we're gonna succeed or there's no guarantees to anything, but at least try. That's it. At least you could say you tried. But the people that didn't and they put off and then now they're like, you know what? I think I should start a podcast, dude. You haven't worked in 10 months. Now that things you're going back or whatever, now you're gonna start doing a hobby. Like, are you crazy? You had all this time to just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the sad truth is they probably still have a bit of time. There's probably still another 8 months of
There's
pause.
still, but I'm just saying,
ahead of
if
us.
now we saw the real people, so like so you know kind of who's into it, you know who wants to. So it's the kind of people you won't waste your time with, Phil. Like right now, I have like people that reached out that I'm not dealing with. Like, this is crazy. No, this is gonna be time suck. Yeah, it's because you're not into it.
I mean,
Well, I think it was
2020
a-
for me is 2020 is, fill my hole.
Mm-hmm.
2020 is the morning show.
Yeah.
These are the things that came out of the chaos that are probably going to be around for a while, especially the morning show. Like this has been the strangest experiment we've ever taken.
Well, the morning show, I'm going to put some money into it soon, and it's going to change.
Yeah, build the set.
Yeah, we're going to have a set over there.
The morning show.
I still remember Pantelis' call. Hey, man, we need someone for the news. I'm like, why are you calling me, man? I'm trying to disconnect from all this shit. He's like, no, come. Every Friday morning. I'm like, okay, got nothing else to do.
Yeah, and it started Saturdays. We just showed up. We're watching shows. Remember on Saturday mornings, and it was a shit show.
Oh yeah.
And then YouTube blocked our stream because we're watching Degrassi.
Oh, you remember watching Degrassi? That was terrible. That was me. I was sitting there going, what are we doing? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Degrassi.
It evolved.
And we watched one of my movies, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We watched 1501.
1501, yeah. People were impressed by the cinematography. I remember.
Yeah.
And 2021 is going to be sketches.
Yeah, 2020 was a good. Sorry?
I said 2021 is going to be more scripted content. That's what
Yes.
I want.
Oh, wait. I'm writing, Phil. I'm writing. I'm trying to have stuff ready for, what is it? Not next week, the one right after the 11th, I guess. Monday the 11th. I have all kinds of shit.
Why the 11th?
Because in my mind, like that was like a vacation period up until then. Until I could hand stuff off. Sure. So, because in real life, like production companies, they were kind of off during those time. Because that's what my manager said. He says you have that time to write shit and give it to me. So I'm writing all kinds of stuff. By the way, no, I don't want to give too much away. Actually, I'll tell you offline. Because I want there to be some surprises with the show that we're gonna do.
That's fine.
Yeah, even the title.
Poseidon 2020, man. How many times did you risk getting fired?
16.
Who's counting?
You know what this son of a bitch did to me a few days ago? So they wanted to record an episode, him and his sidekick Guido Grasso. And he's like, okay, 8. So I go, what time? Because I got all this shit done. I'm writing. Like, I'm super busy. He's like, 8 p.m. I'm like, okay, fine. So I show up because I produced that show. I set everything up. I'm waiting for them. No one's here. 8 p.m. comes around. I get a message from him, OMW, on my way. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, they want to start at 8? This guy's on his way at 8. By the time they got here, it was around 8:30, but they weren't ready. They started right before 9:30.
Understood his message.
They started right before 9:30, and then I got home at around 11. So I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was here from like 7:30. I got home at 11 for a 1-hour podcast. Like, just destroyed the entire night. And then I was tired by the time I got home and I had all this shit to do. And he's just staring at me. He's like, oh, bro, I didn't know there was snow outside. Like, he even if there was no snow, he literally left so late. Like, he just didn't, just roll me to his balls.
You lived 2 minutes away.
Oh, it was. I could have killed him that day. Like, just not caring about other people's time.
But is that live? Is that recorded live?
It wasn't recorded live. That was the problem. If it was recorded live, at least it's like, well, this is your time slot. You got it. But they took advantage of the fact that it wasn't live, and they just let me sit here and wait.
But if it wasn't live, you should have just left. I mean, they can just press record and do it on their own. I mean, you don't need to be there.
They can't.
Have you seen the intellectuals?
Yeah,
Do you understand the type of people who are on this show?
Yeah, 30 seconds into the show, they turn and look at me for some kind of guidance. They'll just talk to each other, and they'll look over.
What do we do?
Yeah. So no.
Watching when it premiered on YouTube, like I turned it on. I watched it for about, I'd say 48 seconds before I was like, no, fuck this. This is why we have coronavirus.
Why?
We are the virus. The world is trying to correct. I can't watch this. I can't do it. I tried. I don't even know Guido. We've never met. I don't think. Maybe once.
People like the show. It's an entertaining show because it's two powers of intellect going at it.
I like to elevate myself when I consume content, and I don't mean like feel smarter because I'm watching buffoons. I mean I like to learn something.
I don't know.
I mean, there's
Poseidon,
nothing
that was absolutely condescending, Poseidon.
I know,
and you shouldn't stand for it because I don't appreciate what he said. He's gonna have to come back here one day, Poseidon. That's when you get your revenge.
Should we invite him on the intellectuals?
Who, him?
Yeah.
No, you don't have guests yet on the intellect. You're not ready for guests. You guys have to be comfortable together.
Yeah.
And then you could bring a guest. Because right now all you're gonna do is talk over and yell at the guest. What do you mean, bro? You don't like bacon on your pizza? Like, you don't need that right now. You gotta get comfortable with you two.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the best thing for that show, and obviously like Pantelis is saying, you guys should get a little bit more comfortable with each other. But eventually you should bring like
don't touch each other.
No, but you should bring on guests that are like really, really smart people, like scientists or like math teachers or whatever. I don't know,
it's really in the works. It's in the books, by the way. It's in the works. That was my initial idea. Is I wanted to bring smart people to talk to them. Just a lot of smart people declined the invitation. No, not because of the show. They laughed. Actually, some of the people asked. It was more because of they're panicking about COVID.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's why. No, it wasn't because of you guys. No.
Oh, okay. I was laughing. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're panicking because of COVID. But
physicist or something, you know.
Imagine, like we get Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's not gonna happen.
No, I know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll reach out to him later today. I'll be like, Neil, buddy, listen.
No.
I got these two.
Look, obviously, I know. Stop being
bros.
sarcastic with me.
No. Well, you could get him on Skype, but it's not the same feeling. For the intellectuals,
Yeah.
you need guests that are in studio.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it would be
Yeah, I
awesome.
think so.
And
not
we're in Montreal, so the problem, bro, finding smart people here. Whew. God damn.
I mean, there's like 6. We could probably find 6. Maybe 7. I mean, let's start our own podcast, George. We'll call it the Intellectualers. Like, we're more intellectual.
Hey, George, do we have any scientists in Montreal?
Yeah, of
for
course.
I don't mean gender theory science. I mean like actual scientists.
Oh, no. None.
Yeah, no, you do. Of course there is, man. You just go to any university's research department, man. You know what I mean? You're
Fucking
gonna find
nerds.
I'm not sure how exciting these people are to talk to be honest with you.
They
But
show up wrapped
It's like
in hemp.
talking to plywood.
Oh, yeah, this shirt is made of hemp and it's completely sustainable.
So you're into theoretical physics. What is that exactly? It's physics that's not proven.
That's how they talk, actually.
Oh, all right. So like wormholes, black holes, no holes. No. I'm like, all right, well, you're giving us a lot to go with. Okay. we're feeding off this nerd
Black
energy.
holes, no
Black
holes,
holes.
gaping holes.
Yeah. No holes.
I'm just listing off holes.
I should
I'm seeing the chat, guys. This is not the Intellectuals is Poseidon's gig. Like, part of making fun of it is the shtick. Like, I'm not gonna go on the Intellectuals.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't make sense.
Maybe one day.
That's
I mean,
too
I won't
much.
say
There's
no.
too much
It doesn't make
incest.
sense.
It's too incestuous between
Yeah,
the podcasts.
The shows don't need to cross that often.
Yeah, it's too much
Like,
stream
even
crossing.
Alone at this point, I'm making reference to you guys because we spend so much time making content.
Sexy.
If you're new to that channel and you haven't come over from here, you're like, who the fuck are these guys? Who's he talking about?
Oh yeah, that's true. Like who is like Poseidon? What is that? Is that a Fang? Ugh.
I mean, I think I
Disgusting.
talked about how Poseidon has his own fandom.
Poseidon does have his own
in the
fandom.
la- Yeah, I know. I mean,
I
it's
do?
kind of nuts if you think
The
about
cult
it.
of Sidon, yeah.
Called Poseidon.
Oh, the cult of
underscore
Sidon,
lobby.
yeah. The underscore lobby, they're hardcore.
Yeah.
They love all of his crazy shit.
So what are you guys looking forward to now in 2021? New year, new challenges. Like what?
Secure the bag.
Secure the bag, I guess, is long term type of goal. So if you set that as your goal for 2021, you're gonna fail again.
Okay, so then
You have to set attainable incremental goals so you can get to them and you feel accomplished and you check them off and you move forward. If you say stuff like, I want to be a billionaire, that's not like a real, that's not a goal.
But what I mean by secure the bag,
Unless-
I don't mean like
maybe.
secure the bag means just like you make
Fuck you, money.
Not necessarily. You just start making money.
Yeah.
You know that's what it means.
But the goal shouldn't be that because the goal should be something to do to get that. You get it?
I see.
So let's say it would be, I don't know, get a full-time job, start a new podcast about this, or you know what I mean? Like that would, marketing, for example, you know, get the marketing to, that would be the goal. And then the rest will fall in place. You get it? Because if the goal is arbitrary like that, it's hard to pinpoint.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because if you don't have a target, how are you going to aim for it? Like
Yes.
when you're throwing a dart, you're aiming to hit the bullseye.
With you.
You're not just throwing it at a random wall, right? Your goal isn't I want to throw the dart. Your goal is I want to hit the bullseye.
Hit the bullseye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When you give yourself goals, it's easier to reach them.
But if you're physically or mentally disabled, maybe your goal is just to throw the dart. I'm gonna throw this dart today.
So you think that's what I'm dealing with here? You think he's just a dart thrower?
I would I'm just gonna throw all the darts. Dot.
But are you guys like those people that actually write out a plan and
People.
like
No,
you organize your
Absolutely not.
I am.
No.
Yeah. I even have a list for New Year's. Well, not resolutions, but just things I want to achieve this year. I have it written in my office. I have it on my phone too. Yeah, little thing. And I always I plan ahead. Like a lot of the stuff that I do. Let's say something happens in January. I was already working on it in September.
Yeah.
Like I'll plan ahead. I'll try to do little things. Some stuff is impulse. Like even this place here, the size and all that, it was kind of impulse. We were looking around.
It wasn't really. No, you know what? It was an impulse.
This was 100% impulse because I was happy before we left the other place just to have my podcast studio, not to expand and take on all this.
Think about it. I was pondering. I was reflecting on the whole process of how we ended up in the studio. And we were backed into a corner. Like we were happy where we were, and then things just happened out of our control to some extent. Definitely out of your control. I mean, some of it was in my control, but only partially. Like I had my hands tied to some extent.
Would you have been able to stay there, or was it like a
Well,
no deal?
I was paying rent throughout the pandemic for months where I couldn't even use it. I was going to my podcast studio. I would have a guest or something, and they were just drilling through the floorboards. No, they would tell me, okay, we're gonna be drilling all day till 5. So if you want, schedule your stuff after. So I'd be like, okay. So I'd go schedule something at 6 o'clock, and they would continue making noise, all that. Like there was no respect, and they were collecting rent. I was paying rent the whole time. It essentially turned into a paid storage.
I mean, they was me. Like the business was partially mine, but the problem was after the property was sold to like not the business, but the property. They made it so that my business, which is where Pantelis and I were paying rent to, couldn't operate anymore. Like I always tell the story. I was sitting in my office recording an episode of Fill My Hole, and something touched my foot, and I looked down, and a drill bit came through the fucking floor.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Like they were clowns. They were fucking clowns. And the place is still under construction. Like they're still working on it. I don't know what the fuck they're building.
So wait, what happened? You sold just your business, or the owner sold the whole building to someone else, and they
Both.
The owner sold the building 2 years ago. We stayed. We started paying rent. They increased our rent exponentially into we became insolvent. Like we couldn't cover the rent.
Yeah.
Because they weren't allowing us to operate the space so that we couldn't collect the rent. So it was a co-working space, right? We sold the business, like the operating, not the number company, but the name, Zeno Space, to a third party who is affiliated with the new owners of the building. He's running it now. I mean, they have a website up. I keep getting calls because, like, apparently no one can get in touch with them. So they find, like, old listings where I was the contact. And I don't really know what's going on there. I know it's still operating. They're using a lot of our old, like, photography for the place. And, I mean, it's open. Like, they have offices for rent. I know they brought down the price significantly, but now they're, like, cramming people into smaller spaces. Like, we used to have this, like, open concept thing with a studio. I mean, aside from that, that's all I know. I wish them well, honestly. Like, I built something and it still exists, and I'm happy with that. I mean, but to go back to what I was saying.
Yeah. So then I was just looking to kind of pay around the same and just have my studio and, better, different location where it's easy for people to go. Like, that was kind of our criteria. And then we looked around, and for some reason, we kept getting into bigger and bigger spaces. Like
it was that stupid space next to my house that ruined us. The one that we fell in love with that we couldn't afford.
Yeah, the Jewish guy.
Yeah, that one right next door. I still think about that space, even though it's basically the same space we have now, more or less.
Well, no, it would have been way more expensive though.
No. I mean, the
size-wise. Oh yeah.
The size was the same, except the building was less cool. Like this one's definitely cooler. Honestly, where we're at now. All I want more from the building, from the environment, is I wish we had like a fucking cafe on the ground floor.
Yeah, they don't want restaurants here.
I mean, they're so dumb. I don't need a fucking Indian flea market at the lobby.
Yeah, that's because I think the building next door to you guys has like a little cafe or restaurant on the first.
Our building used to have a casse-croûte on the ground floor years ago. Like, it makes sense. It's such a big building. There are big stretches in the area where we're at between locations.
Yeah, it would make money.
You go downstairs, you grab a coffee. It's easy money. Like, you open a cafe like that, fucking, it's free money.
But they told me we don't want.
What?
They told me we don't want. They don't want food in here. They don't want...
we don't want to deal with smell. You know smell? I was like, okay, Luffy Toofy, buddy.
Is that what... the reason was smell?
Yeah.
Oh,
because I had a client who was looking for a space, and I reached out to them. She's a caterer. And they're like, no food.
Oh, man. He's like, what do you want? Pizza place. We're going to bring these greasy wops in here. No, we can't have them around. That's what I thought it was.
I mean, really? The smell?
If we're in the wrong neighborhood, if they don't want greasy wops.
Well, that's why I said it, yeah. But no, for the smell, I guess, throughout the building, let's say if the building would stink after.
I mean, yeah, that'd be bad.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, how do other buildings have it?
Yeah.
Exactly, because they invest in ventilation systems that don't make the buildings.
You take your
scorch.
big words and you go back
so-
to fucking South Shore, George. All right? Ventilation.
You're gonna put
Arbitrary.
George, your system has stabilize.
Stabilize.
The what?
Remember that story that you told me? You put stabilizer.
Yeah,
Was that
in the
you?
wine- In the wine, it was my friend Jimmy. He went over there
What
with
was-
some Italian.
From
I don't
story
remember.
again?
I don't remember the story 100%, but they went to some house, I think for Christmas or New Year's or whatever, and there were some Italians there and some Greeks. And when that happens, it's like they're gonna start comparing their homemade wine, right?
Yeah.
So you have the old Greek immigrants asking the Italians how they make it, and he's like, "Oh yes, very good this wine, eh? Yes. Oh, you put the stabilize in it.
The stabilize.
You put the stabilize.
What is he trying to say?
It's a stabilizer that they put so that the wine doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the science behind it, but but it's just the way the Greek was talking as if he was an expert, right? When in reality they have no clue what they're doing. They just squash the grapes, leave them in the barrel, and then a couple months later they just open it and drink their wine. There's like literally no thought process or science.
It's delicious, yeah?
Meanwhile,
It has to
meanwhile, the Italians have it down to a T, right? They do sample tests, they do everything. So you have the Greek acting like he knows. Oh, very nice. You put the stabilize in this one. The Italian's like, what the fuck? Where am I?
Poseidon, so you told me the other day that tonight you do not want to do a movie night because you're busy being at home. Is that correct?
No, I don't.
Sorry.
I don't mind, but
So you want to do a movie night is what you're saying.
I don't mind it.
You think there's interest tonight for a movie night?
But now that you
Well, I
said
mean,
that,
we
I
could
do
just
kind of
ask
want to.
You want to stay home?
Yeah.
You don't want to come here and watch a movie?
I mean, I don't know
He's gonna
anymore.
furiously masturbate at home.
No,
He
I'm
doesn't know how to
conserving
tell
my
you- He
energy.
doesn't know how to tell you, fuck off, bro. It's New Year's Day.
Oh, Sparrow saying in the chat that's called fermentation. There's the pill. Speaking of Sparrow, Happy New Year to Speed.
Happy New Year, Speed.
Sparrow, who is taking over the entire marketing department starting in 2021, which is today.
Hey.
So starting on Monday, I believe he was talking.
Mazel tov.
He was motivating his one employee, Poseidon, to they're gonna go crazy. And Poseidon's like, yeah, we're going crazy. But Poseidon, I don't think knows what that means. Poseidon's just like, yo, I'm gonna be like, yo, you fucking buy some ads. Like he's gonna.
No, I know what it means. It means we're gonna fucking.
You're gonna beat up people. You buy the fucking ads.
Yeah, the guy's like, I just work here, man. Like,
No, we're just gonna hit up everyone.
yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Spiro, that was extremely homosexual down there. What's going on, Spiro?
It's 2021, bro. Get with it.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Queen. He wrote.
Yes.
Yo, I was remember that. Who's that artist that people were making fun of? Lizzo.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yo, so I saw something like a week ago, and I was like, "Fuck, man! This is why you cannot try to appease the internet mob, all these yes queens and all that."
Yeah.
So Lizzo, if you remember correctly, she was first criticized for being fat. You know, but like regular people were like, "That's a big lady," but then they were saying, "No, Queen, don't listen to them. Get even bigger. You know, big is beautiful. Whatever the fuck it was, like motivate fat people to just be fatter and eat and be comfortable." So after a while, I guess Lizzo didn't feel comfortable, so she went on a diet.
Or unhealthy.
Yeah, she felt unhealthy, is what she said, and she's like, "Yo, I'm in quarantine. I'm eating chicken wings. Like, I'm ballooning. Fuck this shit." So she went on a diet, and she started losing weight. Okay, and then people started diet shaming her. The same people that told her to get fat, like, what are you doing? You're promoting dangerous fads like diets.
What?
And you're making fat people feel less than and this and that. And they were attacking her for trying to lose weight because she said in her own words, yeah, I feel unhealthy. I've been just fucking sitting around eating. Like, goddamn, I got to get healthy. So she tried to get healthy. And they told her, go fuck yourself. Stay fat.
When you
know how
can't-
crazy that is?
When you can't tie your shoelaces.
Yeah, there's a problem.
There's an issue.
Like, instead of motivating her, be like, fuck yeah, man, good. Fucking promote a healthy
Honestly,
lifestyle.
I don't understand this whole. I mean, I understand that people who struggle with their weight or who are what's considered overweight should not be ashamed of it. But the idea that you should promote it as something cool to do is fucking bananas.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
being very overweight is bad.
It's
for
super
your
dangerous.
health.
That's what people were saying, but they go, no, you guys are fat shaming. Like, It's not.
Be who you are. You fell under the pressure of the social media and losing weight.
No,
and
no,
all that.
I
What's her name?
understand.
Adele went through the same thing. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Dell lost weight. She looked fly
Yeah,
as
that's
fuck.
true.
Oh yes,
And
gorgeous.
Well, what about Jonah Hill?
But Jonah Hill looks weird now
Fucking
too.
Jonah-
I think he overworked his arms. Poseidon shared a picture with me where he was really top heavy.
Yeah,
He looked like a.
I think that was a little modified though, because I think that I saw the original.
Maybe they fucked with him.
Yeah, no. I
Okay, so
think-
maybe it was photoshopped.
Look.
But good for him too. He lost fucking dude. He lost a lot of weight, and it's
Good
not
for
easy.
him. I mean, even you guys. I mean, I was watching old episodes of This Just Thing. Especially you, P. Like
Yeah.
you guys have trimmed down.
Yo, listen, if you're gonna sit here and fucking fat shame me on the first day of the fucking year, I'm gonna flip this goddamn table, Phil.
I mean, I never say anything nice to you. I'm saying something fucking nice to you. I'm starting 2021 off well.
Did I lose? Yeah, I've lost some weight
Like-
since the.
I mean, if you like looking at you in the early episodes of This Just Thing,
Oh, yeah.
you look like a pudgy baby,
That is true. Yeah, it
Now
was
you look,
ballooning. Yeah.
like a healthy man.
Yeah, look at him, bro. He lost so much weight, Jonah Hill. Look
This
at that,
is-
bro.
This is the more normal.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's better.
the
Yeah, he
other
looks
one,
good.
I think the other one was a little warped.
Yeah, they photoshopped it. Yeah. No, he looks good, bro. You know how hard it is to lose all that weight, bro. Good for fucking
Yeah.
him. Good for fucking him, bro.
Yeah, he was very fat. He
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
He was a big boy, and I know he's spoken about it. Like he had issues with it
Yeah.
all the time.
Of course. This guy had. If you remember him in
Super bad.
not super bad. He was even fatter in the other one.
Oh, the Dogs of
baseball
War.
one.
No, not Dogs of War. That other school movie.
Oh.
Where they make a
School
fake
movie?
school. They make a fake college.
Oh,
I don't remember. Oh,
Yeah, he was in it. He was
yeah.
in that.
What's that called?
I forgot
remember.
the name, but he was even fatter. So it is super hard. So instead of being like proud of him and use it as motivation, to fucking shame him for losing weight or like Lizzo, dude, a girl, you were telling us to be fat. She's body positive. She was happy at that point, but then she's like, you know what'll make me happier? Not fucking
Living longer.
losing my breath whenever I have to bend over. So she started fucking losing weight. Good for her, man. She went on a diet. She's like, I want to cleanse. I want to feel good.
Is she like super thin now?
No. She didn't like. She barely looks any different right now. But she went on a diet. She wanted to cleanse a bit, just slim down. You know, it takes time to lose that much weight. But
No
fuck, man.
shit.
When you have strangers on the internet mad at you, like you're fucked if you do, fucked if you don't. Basically,
yeah.
either way.
yeah.
But the internet is never happy, as they say.
That's why the people that switch their there's even with that comedian we're talking about. Oh well, the episode hasn't come out yet with me and Mark Hughes. It's gonna come out on Monday, but we're talking about Frankie Boyle in the UK. This guy who apparently made a career, super successful with like edgy humor or whatever. He used to make fun of fucking crackheads, whatever the fuck you want. He would make fun of it. And then now he went after Ricky Gervais, saying, "Oh, he made a trans joke. You shouldn't joke." Like now there's protected classes that you shouldn't make fun of or whatever. Now he's white knighting, right, to try to appease the internet that always gets mad. You know?
Hell are all
Oh,
these
no, we don't
terms
do
now?
that.
The internet. What terms? White knighting.
Knighting.
Yeah. He's a
I mean,
white.
it's not
He's
that
a white
stupid
knight. He's
term. There's terms.
yeah. That's not a difficult term. He's basically being like, I am a white knight. You should not make fun of X people. First of all, that's crazy because that's like you're saying that these people intellectually can't handle jokes the way others can. That's nuts to me.
Yeah.
I think there should be no protected classes, like the way I do.
100%. Yeah.
Fucking from Greeks to fucking the Holocaust, I'll joke about it all.
I literally make fun of myself.
Yeah, that's what. Well, self-deprecation
I mean,
is so much fun.
Yeah.
Imagine Poseidon made himself a protected class. He goes, "I'll make fun of everyone except me."
But hold on, like
Yeah, that's-
I don't hate myself.
No.
You know what I mean? Like no, but just to
Well,
put
I
it
mean,
out, like,
therapy can really get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, but you're bringing a very obvious take to an argument with imbeciles.
yeah.
Because that is imbecilic. That is, to me, it's super imbecilic to be like, well, that class has to be. Because the real classes that are protected that you don't even have to talk about, it's kind of like you're not going to play a practical joke on a mentally retarded person that won't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's just crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, the guy's not going to get it. You're not. That's just mean. You know, you're scaring a person. So, but people don't do it. It's not even talked about because that's just common sense, right? But for you being like, oh, this fucking Greek guy, and you make a joke about Greece or the economy or whatever, that's not evil. That's just fun.
Sorry, I don't know why I laughed so hard.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Just Payo Beats, I don't hate my dad. You got it all wrong. I make fun of him, but I don't hate him.
Yeah, he doesn't hate him. He makes fun of him. He doesn't hate. Do you remember? Phil might remember this. Phil, actually, no. George remember. Remember in 2013 when you came to film my first time doing a half hour? Or no, you were taking pictures. Remember, George?
I was taking pictures. Yeah.
One of my
This is
jokes.
in the East End, right? In the East End. In that
No.
little-
This was in Theater St. Catherine.
No, I wasn't there. So it's George. Yeah.
George was
Yeah,
there.
in the East End. In yeah.
You call it the East End. It's just St. Catherine East, I guess.
Okay.
But do you remember my joke about, because it was during the economic crisis, do you remember my joke about Greece?
I don't remember, no.
Where
I do.
Oh, I remember it.
So I had a long bit because it was also during the Pasta Gate times. Remember where they're like, what's pasta on the menu? They didn't know it was English. So then I said, like, even in Greece, they know all the important Greek words like pasta, whatever the fuck I said. And then I go credit default swap, and I started talking about the economy and how when they froze my credit card when I went down there, that's horrible. And like just a couple of days, I go, I can't be here without my card working because I want to feel exotic. I'm on vacation. If I'm a Greek guy with no money, I'm just like everyone else. That whole thing.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits of yours. Like, what is that from Hercules Complex?
Yeah, Hercules Complex. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was a great bit.
But the thing is, obviously, it's me.
Sorry, I remember hearing that joke. It was the first time I had seen you do any lives. I mean, outside of you being a psycho in general, in front of me. And I was with Ange, and we were baked at this little place on Prince Arthur.
Cafe Campus.
Yeah, campus.
And I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. And then out of nowhere, your mom's like comes over. She's like, "You're right."
Yeah, my mom came. That was the only show my mom ever saw stand up.
Like, hello, how are you?
2013, 2014.
Like 921 or whatever I was. I don't remember.
So it was, but all that stuff obviously doesn't come from a place of hate. I'm Greek. I'm proud to be Greek. I love Greece. But it was fun to make fun of that stuff, Yeah. And then the one time that somebody told me something, it was at the Comedy Nest with that joke, and it wasn't a Greek person. And I remember just like I didn't know to laugh or to be angry, but I wasn't angry, but I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Like, you don't find it a little offensive for Greeks? And I was like,
are you serious?
I'm Greek. Yeah, but it's a sensitive issue. A lot of people lost their jobs and that. I go, no, I get it. I wasn't making fun of people. I was making fun of the situation. I didn't talk about people losing their jobs.
Yeah.
I talk about me. Not like I was like, what in the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, but it's always, especially.
But all I'm saying is, that person just assumed I'm gonna go talk to them. This is hateful. When hate myself, it doesn't make sense. It's crazy.
Unless it's a call to hurt other people and to like be violent.
Yeah.
Then you can't.
One time when I first started comedy, Jesus Christ, this came in my head. At the Communist, it was fucking hilarious. This guy came to me after the show, Native American guy. He was known. He was like in charge of like I guess one of these reserves or something like close to the city.
Like a homeless gang.
No. He's like one of their mayors or whatever the fuck, a chief. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he's in charge over there.
Like an elder or something.
Yeah, he had came and gave me his card and stuff. He's like,
George?
No, this is. I'll tell you why it's funny. Because he came and he was telling me about, it's good, we gotta stick together, you should come do, support your people, like come do a show for us, this and that. And he was talking to me, he thought I was Native American.
Your people?
Yeah, and I was like, and I was looking at him, I go, and I was trying to think of who else was on stage, no one Native, and I was like, what the fuck? I was trying to think, like, why does this guy think that I'm Native? But I like the natives, so I wanted to do the gig and stuff, but I was just trying to squeeze it in there, like, what makes you, I don't know if it was the hair, I don't know what the fuck it was, but he thought it was Native. It also happened with an Arab guy once on a show.
Did you tell him?
Huh? No, I just never called him. I never called him. I was young, too, like, it was early in my career, like, I wasn't prepared, like, I don't know how much time he wanted. Plus, it would
he was afraid. This is a trap.
Maybe a combination of.
And I don't think I even had a car. I don't even think I had a car then. So it would have been impossible for me to get there. But I remember just thinking, like, I don't know why he assumes. Like, I didn't say anything that would make you think. But a guy did that to me with an Arab show, too. A guy he came up to me and said, we're doing an Arab night, this and that. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
And he's like, we'd like to have you on this and that. And I was like for Arab stuff? Like, yeah. So it's all the different Arabs. So you can come and stuff. And I was like, I'm not Arab. Like, I'm a Greek guy. And then he's like, yeah, it's the same thing. And I was like, it's not though. Like that's fucking crazy. Yeah, it used to happen to me a lot when I was
really? I mean, I get confused with Lebanese all the time or Italian, but
the Native American thing was the greatest thing. I wish I had kept the card at least, maybe to call the guy. But he said something like for the community, and he was, and then it took me like a minute. I was like, I'm not part of this guy's community. And then I was like, why does he? I was, you're trying to think. What did I say on stage?
Maybe
was I painting with all the colors of the wind? Like, what the fuck was I doing on stage? This guy's like, this guy's out here talking to foxes.
No, but maybe he thought your comedy made him feel good.
No, but he thought he was talking to me about how being Native American and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, shit.
He was talking for a while, and I didn't correct him. I was just like, yeah.
You are the people's comic. You are the people's comic. You know how The Rock was the people's champ?
So sometimes I have these funny moments where they it happens almost like it's scripted. in Laval a few years ago. They were doing a comedy festival, and I was there. And on that night, I had like a lot of friends that were on too. And one of my friends that was on there was Abba from Abba and Preach, and we were just shooting the shit backstage. I think Wasp was there too, and it came up. You know my Metal Gear Solid reference? I have a joke where I reference Metal Gear Solid. You know, when I go Metal Gear Solid level, and I said it in French, by the way. I don't know if I use Metal Gear Solid, but anyways. So we're shooting the shit with Abba, and Abba's like, you should stop saying that. And I go, why? He goes, man, who the fuck's going to get that reference? That's not a reference. I go, people get it, people laugh. It's one of my favorite things. And we're arguing. He's like, don't use it, back and forth. So I go on stage. I use the reference. People get it, whatever. I laugh, this and that. Come down. After the show, we're shaking hands, talking to people. There was only one black guy in the entire audience. He comes to me and he's like, dude, that fucking Metal Gear reference. And I look at Abba, I go, bro, I am black comedy. Like, it was the funniest. Like, it had to be him that tells me don't use it. Yeah. And the one guy that came to talk about the reference was the only other black guy in there. It was these little moments that you laugh, you know? You're like, that's a moment that everything has to fit in place for it to happen, you know, properly. Yeah. But I remember laughing and Abba's just shaking his head. He's like, he's not a good reference. Stop fucking using it. Like, he was so serious. He's like, stop using it. But what Abba said was actually smart.
Yeah, no, but
because there's a generational gap.
Well, what surprises me about that is that a lot of people get it.
A lot of people get it, but there's sometimes he was 100% right because there's sometimes when let's say it's 40 and older.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that it goes over their head.
I wouldn't get it. I've never played Metal Gear Solid.
You see?
Neither have I.
You see what I'm saying? So there, like what he said was a complete valid point. It was just hilarious that the only black guy that was there was like that fucking reference. I go, you see this, bro? And he's just staring at me. He's like, this guy's not a good reference. Yeah.
I mean, people take things that you say on. I mean, it's what's happening with the internet, right? People are like, "Oh, you said that; it means that." But like, it's so. I mean, stand-up is an easy target for them because like movies are a bit more difficult. Like I remember when I made Sudocracy, which ends in like an act of violence.
It does end in an act. It ends in a violent murder of Angelus.
And like it's like a hate crime, right?
Yeah.
And people came out and they were like, I remember I was reading actually the YouTube comments the other day. I was like, oh, memories.
Oh, it's still on YouTube.
Yeah, because it was part of a competition. So I have a version hosted on my YouTube account, but it's still hosted on the original competition account where people voted for it, right?
Yeah.
And we came in second. And a lot of people were like, oh, this movie isn't realistic. It promotes violence. Greek people aren't violent. I was like, whoa. It's a fucking movie, guys. It's literally the most obvious kind of metaphor. It's a film.
Yeah, but also I hate Greek people aren't violent. So you tell me there's not one Greek person that's committed violence. Like, what are you talking about?
No, I mean, first of all, there's that, which is an overgeneralization and a simplification. But just the fact that people assume that I was calling for violence because I showed violence. What the fuck? Why are you even watching movies? Go color. Go fucking color with a helmet on.
You ever seen Tarantino argue about this stuff? It's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, so the best is this fucking one lady. She's expecting like a deep answer. She's like, you promote violence and what do you have to say for yourself? Glorified. And there's blood. And understand. He goes, why do you do that? And he looks at it and goes, because it's a movie. It's fucking fun.
Yeah. That's amazing.
He goes, it's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be fun. It's a piece of art. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah,
that's what you fucking tell us.
I think I've watched that.
You fucking tell us, you dummy. What did she expect as an answer? Well, blood is a metaphor for, like, he's like,
yeah. Blood is a metaphor for the crimes of humanity, man.
I saw another interview with Tarantino where he just didn't even answer that question. He's like, look, man, I'm done answering this question. Everybody asking this.
Yeah.
You know exactly how I fucking feel about it. Next.
Yeah, he's like that. Or when Django Unchained, they're like, do you feel guilty or racist? He's like, why? Because of the excessive use of the N-word in that movie. And then he's like, we're depicting slavery times. What did you think they were? What did you think they were calling them? Like, what the fuck kind of stupid thing to say is that?
Yeah, bro. People are dumb, bro.
People are dumb. Yeah. It's like back in you're showing a period piece of like ancient Greece and you're like, why are they wearing togas and helmets? That's not how Greeks dress now. Yeah. Oh, we understand. This was a movie that was supposed to take place thousands of years ago. You dummies.
Was it you that sent the link about Homer's Iliad?
Oh, yeah, Phil sent it. I didn't read it though. Is it real?
So basically, there's how there's this whole movement to take down Civil War monuments.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were racist.
Yeah.
So they're
the monuments is the only racist thing. The people were fine.
the literary equivalent of that is like a cleansing of classics that don't depict society the way we want it to be today.
Yeah.
Which I'm not fucking for that. I'm just saying that this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And people are celebrating how they've been able to take the Iliad out of curriculums because it depicts Penelope waiting at her loom for Odysseus to come back from from war.
So a wife waits for her husband to return from war, and that is considered racist?
Yeah, I mean, not
Because
racist, but sexist. First of all,
What?
I think there's if like just to think about this not from the Iliad's point of view and not from these social justice warriors. If you're a couple, right, and you're deeply in love, and your husband or your wife disappears, but you don't have confirmation of their death, and you decide to wait for them to see if they'll ever return to you, what is wrong with that?
Yeah.
Doesn't that fall in the romantic category?
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I'm sure if it was.
And what's the argument they use to take it off? Like, yo, everybody knows bitches ain't patient. Like, what argument did they use?
Why is she playing the good wife and just waiting for him so she can go out there and get hers?
So why are they attacking our culture? Why are they attacking our culture?
No, but it's not only that. I didn't read the whole thing because I got frustrated. Like I read a little bit of the beginning.
I read 2 articles about it.
But it's not only about that specific scene or that specific topic about.
There's also the fact that Circe is a villain and she's a woman.
Yeah,
and
like it takes general instances of Greek mythology where men are superior than women, or that there's acts being done towards them or whatever. But
there's like a whole thing with Medusa. Remember that a few months ago, the Medusa statue?
No.
Where she cuts off Theseus's head. Someone made a statue of Medusa holding Theseus's head. Okay. And feminism went crazy for it. They were like, this is amazing. And I was like, what? You can't just, okay, sure. Metaphorically, it's an interesting concept, but that's not the point of this.
As far as I understood, he cut her head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
that was
inaccurate. That's the whole point. It was the inverse, where she chopped the male heads off, kind of thing. And
Medusa, who's a villain in Greek mythology, if you look into her mythos, like her origin story, like who she is, which I did because I was curious. So you look at Medusa and you turn to stone, right? Yeah. She was cursed because she was raped by I forget
Poseidon.
who.
I've read the story. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. So Poseidon rapes Medusa,
but she wasn't Medusa. She was. She had another name.
Yeah, whatever, Georgia. So she rapes Georgia, and Georgia gets punished by the gods, and everyone who looks at her turns to stone.
Yeah.
It's written by a patriarchal society, a society where men control the narrative.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with even patriarchy. It's written very, very, very long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about that society.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's
society.
In the time, contextually, it made sense in that art.
Yeah, in that art, it made a lot of sense. But to us, no, it doesn't. Does that mean we should delete it from history? No, because why would we do that? It's art.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Look at Sparta's always remembered as this like military power.
It was.
But like what people don't talk about is that like Sparta had democracy before Athens. Sparta's women were philosophers.
And they were ready to fight.
Yeah.
And they were also ready to fight. Like if you want to talk about.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Continue.
Sparta liked to fight so much during times of peace.
Oh, fuck. I hate you, piece of shit that I tell him. It feels weird. He always does this to me because I turn around and he's telling me shit that I've said. Like it always feels weird.
What does that matter? That's information.
But you're giving me information. It's not information. I've already given it. Phil already knows it. We grew up together. We know all this. Yeah, no, you're going to tell me sentences that I've already said.
But we're on a show.
I get it, but... Okay, just say it.
I want to hear it now.
Nah, forget it. Go ahead.
No, I want to. Because
we talked about this the other day.
I get it,
but because you don't bring, because the way you bring it in is like, guys, let me drop this fact on you. It's something that we've told you. So that's the problem. The issue is the way you bring it in. He's trying to say that in time, like when the Peloponnesian Wars were at break, let's say there was the Olympics or whatever, they would go up north and fight barbarians. They would fight. They would look for fights, barbarian tribes. It's something that I've told him repeatedly. Yeah, they would always go look for. It's super insane. But because they always have to be battle ready.
Very progressive and very advanced society. It wasn't just the agoge and get thrown in a pit. I mean, they had their weird quirks, but people don't talk about that.
Well, they also divided the balance of power to make sure that they don't have a dictator.
They had 2 kings. They had a council of elders. Like the Athenians had shitty democracy. Like I made this joke last episode, but they fucking killed Socrates. Mob rule killed this guy.
Fucking, but we're very bad at that, Greeks. We killed Kolokotroni, bro. We put him in jail so he could fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we let him out
jail
eventually.
killed him.
No, he died of old age, man.
No,
The old man of
he
Victoria.
was in jail for how long? They were scared that he takes over the government. I think.
George would know because he descends from that lineage. No,
Yeah.
No,
that
no,
you? Who was telling me that story? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
After he helped liberate Greece,
Mus-
they fucking
mustache.
threw him in prison.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
like,
God.
okay, thank you for your service.
Yeah, we're
but people
fucking
like
we're assholes.
He was born
With
in
this German-
1770 and he passed away in 1843. How
Yeah,
long?
he was a minister in the government afterwards.
Oh, really?
no, his brother was.
Yeah.
So was he? Wasn't
They
he?
threw him in prison.
Not sure.
I don't remember
was-
when they let him out. Maybe it was too old, but they threw him in prison. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like he helps liberate the country, and then you get worried
Oh, there she is.
that you have too much.
Oh,
Happy New Year!
She's like,
You can't hear it. I hear. You can hear them say it. You say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New Year!
Mhm.
There you go. Go play. Yeah, you can stay for a bit.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're shitty. We're shitty when it comes to that, bro. That's
Are you wait? Poseidon check. Was he not in the government or like a diplomat or something at some point?
Hold
The
on.
Russian Empire.
as far as I know, he was sent to prison. Bro, Amazon is really serious about
Prison. I've
selling me
seen
shit.
his prison cell. It was that little hole on top of Palamidi and Nafplio.
Yeah, in
So
Napoli,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been there too. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
interesting.
Pretty
shit.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's up?
parliamentary crisis from December 1823 to 1825. He took part in the civil war among the various Greek factions. When his party was finally defeated, he was jailed in Hydra with some of his followers in March 1825 and was released only when an Egyptian army under the command of Ibrahim Pasha invaded the Morea. His eldest son, Panos Kolokotronis, was killed during the Second Civil War. So he was liberated by an invading army? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which army?
The Ibrahim Pasha.
Oh yeah, they let him out. That's right. And then he fucking killed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like I
Yeah.
was mad at my people for locking me up, but I don't like you guys.
You want to? So I was doing my, I was working on my family tree, and on my mom's side, one of my grandfather's like first cousins, he did like a PhD in genetics, like in the 70s in Toronto. So like he did a lot of the legwork for me. Like I have this massive family tree that's already been traced back. I think he went back all the way to like 1680 on
That's
my
all.
mom's side,
That's
right?
far, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. So I was reading through the names in my family tree, and then one day I was at the Greek Community Center. I don't know if you guys remember this, if you've ever seen it. They have Greece's first constitution, like printed, laminated, and with like art on it. It's right in front of where like the secretary sits when you first enter the offices.
Yeah.
And I was reading the names on this thing, right? And I was like, I recognize this name. This is the first democracy, like during the revolution in what is it called? Epidavro, where the theater is now in the Peloponnese, where they signed this first like temporary government constitution declaring their independence from the Ottomans, right? And I see this name, so I go and I look, and one of my ancestors was actually at this first council and signed the first constitution. It's fucking cool.
That's awesome. Right? Yeah.
It's really fucking cool.
This is from your mom's side?
My mom's side, which is easier to trace because the family tree goes like this. Because it's a small village.
Oh, that's
My dad's side, I have no idea. I mean, I've gone back like
the
4 or
tree
5
has broken branches. One floated away. It's very difficult. The black
No,
bears.
I just mean there's no documentation. Did you say the black what?
The black bears.
Oh, the black bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Balaban means in Turkish.
Yeah, I know. The Turkish girl who came on my show told me.
Oh, shit.
What Turkish girl?
I had a French cast last week.
And she talked about Turkish bears?
No. I was just we talked like 2 hours before the show, and then we did the show for like 2 hours. We talked about politics and Erdogan and how. Well, actually, she wanted me to correct because I kept saying she likes him. She says I don't like him. What I'm saying is he's done a lot of positive for the country. And I was like, well, that sounds like an endorsement. And
Sounds like you like him. Yeah.
yeah, so we had that whole thing. But she was cool. She's nice. People liked her. It was interesting having a Greek and a Turk talk about that stuff in French.
Is she,
French.
is she a comic?
She's a comic. Yeah. I had met her doing stand-up and in French, and she was nice. And I asked her to come on, and she was down to come on. And
Cool.
yeah,
She was DTP, down
yeah,
to podcast.
Yeah, she wants to come on again at some point. Yeah,
But
she was
when
good.
did the black bear come into this?
Oh, because I was telling her before, like I was giving her like names of like my like Alex, who's half Turkish, and this and that, and because she has a name that's very close to Alex's name, her last name. So I was just asking and stuff like that, and then that's what I go, oh, yeah, like this word and that, and I asked about the balabans or whatever, and yeah, that's it.
It's one of the most common names in the world, actually, Balaban.
What?
It really is. In Europe, it's all over the place. I mean,
Bosco
not
Balaban.
Balabanos.
You're probably
Balaban.
Slavic.
I mean, it's a Balkan name. It's very typical. Like Jews from the Balkans have it. The Croats have it. There's a few Greeks. There's not very many. It's not super popular in Greece because a lot of them changed it the B to a beta, like in Greek, like Vita.
Yeah.
So it's Valava. But I mean, I only know of 2 other families, like from my searches in Greece, that have the exact same last name as me. And we figured out that like 5-6 generations ago, we come from the same lineage. Like I met the guy, I'm like, you look a lot like me. He's like,
Where are you from? Where's your dad's side in Greece?
My dad's side from Kalamata. My mom's side is from Nomos Ilias, Amaliada, around that area.
So,
speak with that funny accent.
yeah. So, but Poseidon, his name though, his last name Moulachiotis sounds. He has a Greek name, like it's not it's not a Slavic
typical.
one. Mine too. Palidakis is Cretan. It's yeah.
Georgia sounds like it came from like a nomadic Slavic shepherd people. Chandrich, Georgi Chandrich.
I don't even know, man. But it'd be interesting I don't know how back. I have to ask my dad. I don't know.
You
if
could
he
do a
knows.
DNA test too. It'll show you some cool stuff.
Sure.
I think that's bullshit.
Your dad sure knows.
They think that's bullshit in what sense?
You really believe
Oh,
that?
The genetic markers? That's a real thing. We have genetic sequences we know about. There's some people
We
that
do,
it's,
but we don't have,
there's some people
we
that
don't
it's
have
harder
the
to.
database required to figure that out. Like they're faking it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, don't they take a pool of people because it's among the people
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
actually taken the test. So how can they know, right?
No,
I
but
mean,
but they know. There's certain places that it's hard to pinpoint, like newer. Fuck, I'm gonna say races, but I guess it's cultures, because countries and borders change, right? But there's people like the Italians, the Greeks, sub-Saharans. There's people that you can pinpoint just because they're genetic. Just like thalassemia, you could tell who's predisposed to getting thalassemia because of the Mediterranean.
But what I'm asking is, like how would they know? They would have to have a big enough pool of people that have done these tests in order to have that data.
Yeah, and well, not just that. There's also certain genetic markers that, like the Europeans, like let's say the Greeks have, the Italians have. That you're like, okay, this comes from there. There's other stuff that they're learning along the way with more testing, and like, oh, this is all this genetic mark comes here. So some of it is low percentages, but you can see where your high percentage area is, and like the times that I've seen, most of the times it's pretty, it's pretty accurate.
But it actually shows you.
Have you done it? Or anyone?
Yeah, we well, my wife did it, and my first cousin did it as well. I don't want to give them my information. My first cousin from my mom's side was the one where I realized, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it was literally the heat map was just on Greece. Like there's little stuff around, but it was just like boom right here. But I didn't. I know pretty far back where we come from, so I wasn't surprised. She was surprised. My wife was surprised.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she told me she had like, I remember you telling me this story.
Like 50%
But I
Greek.
don't think I giving them my personal, like that DNA is the ultimate privacy info, right?
Yeah, but that's why I don't want to.
I want to do it because I'm curious. I'm
I just
working
go
on
by
that
my siblings and my
documentary.
cousins.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my sister to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I don't like the idea, even though I guess they already have it, but I don't like the idea.
Yeah, I'm curious to do it too, but
You know what I mean.
My-
It's
I know.
scary, no?
but I mean, what the fuck? Like nowadays, like, what are you gonna hide anyways,
Whatever.
bro?
Guys,
Yeah, no, I get
culture is not a genetic thing. It's not.
What?
It's
What's not a
culture.
genetic? Oh, of course, yeah.
Culture is not genetically passed on, so it doesn't really make a difference. But I remember my uncle, who I was partnered with at the old space, George, he had done it, and he's like, "Check it out! I got 2% Ashkenazi Jew." I'm like, that doesn't surprise me at all.
You fucking cheapskate.
Oh shit! Steve Arbor goes. The company that does DNA testing, like Ancestry, does sell your data.
Of course, they
Check
sell your
their
data.
terms of usage.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise. That's why I said I don't want to give it. Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Don't you remember that guy that they caught him for a crime years later?
Oh yeah, he ate a hot dog at a baseball game.
Yeah.
And threw out the I think it was the FBI that was
after him, and he
following.
had done one of those tests,
Yeah.
so they had his info.
And they they had his info and they took.
I
they
remember
took
that.
the
We
thing,
did that on this just thing.
We did on this just thing. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
and they were able to match it to other crimes.
How does Steve Harbour know these things? Who is this guy?
I saw a Dutch girl this Turkish Dutch girl who did the test on
saw
YouTube.
that.
Yeah, and
I
it
saw
turns
that.
out she was Greek. And she's like, that was the funniest thing in the world. And she's like,
I saw it.
okay,
So good.
yeah. She's just like, what the fuck?
But a lot of people.
you show-
What?
You showed it to. You showed it to me in the office. You're like, look at this Turkish bitch. She doesn't know she's
I
Greek.
never
You're
said
dying.
Turkish bitches. I thought it was a fun video. Yeah.
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 You were laughing though the whole time.
Yeah, it was
I remember
her
that.
reaction was hilarious.
But a lot of Turks I've met, especially in Montreal, have that Greek. Like they don't look. They tell me they're Turkish, and I was like, I would have never. I thought they were like Greek, Italian.
yeah, fucking Janissaries and conversions, all that. They're
I mean, there wasn't that many Seljuk Turks. If you think about it, they built an empire that grew and it absorbed other cultures. So like, it makes sense. But I've met some Greeks who you're like, really, bro? Are you sure? It's like the heaviest eyebrow in all of creation. It's just like one central
Ooglu.
fucking forehead mustache. Yeah, pop. And you're like, what's your name? My name is Christos Karadzioglu. Oh, you're Greek? Yes. Okay. Sure, buddy.
why do you look like a Mongolian?
Yeah. But I mean, like cultures, the myth that people didn't fuck other people is just it's a myth. Everybody fucked everybody.
Yeah, we know this.
People were just having a good time, man.
That's the
Living their
argument of
life.
someone who is not a
Shit.
purebred. Yeah, it's impossible because
I mean, look at
it was so
look at
big.
the Slavic brown.
You for sure Slav. I know because of you.
For sure.
For sure.
For
Because of
sure.
your name and the way you
I
act.
mean,
um,
I have no doubt in no. The name doesn't make me think Slav. The name, I think, based on the story that I know about it, was given to us. It was like a
well,
nickname.
all Greek last names were given to us. We didn't have last names.
I mean, given to us as a form of punishment.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not even joking.
No, you know Greek last name because Greeks didn't have last names, right? So a lot of the Greek last names now were either given by whoever took over the country, or it's paratsoukia that started. It's nicknames. That's why you have names like Koloturo and weird last names. Yeah,
Yeah.
Putsas or whatever.
I said Paputsas.
Yeah, it was all nicknames and shit. Yeah, or references. Yeah,
Or your job. Like all last names. All last names are
Yeah.
like that.
It's interesting.
Like there's a town on the western coast of Turkey, called Balaban, which is near the Gedikule, like the Seven Tower prison where they
The
used to keep
Gedikule.
Christians. And like I have a great grandfather at some point in history who pissed off some like either sultan or I guess the local chief guy, and they sent him to the Seven Towers prison for a while. He escaped and lived secretly in the town of Balaban for a while, where he killed someone, and like they threw him back in jail and they gave him that name. Like
It's funny,
that's
Phil.
the story.
You see his great grandfather. He looks like Phil, but back in the day, and he goes to Sultan. Hey Turk, you want I make ad for you? We promote. We promote Turkish affairs, rape, pillage. I promote this. And they're like, you're going to
Yeah.
prison. Are you making fun of us? I'm not making fun. This is what you sell. I promote. Like, put him in jail.
Straight to jail. Put him in jail. Okay, I hear you have free dinner in jail.
Yeah, he's like, all right. There's one way of looking at things.
There's a lot of murder in my family history. I've noticed.
Yeah,
like
mine
even
too.
my great grandmother, like my dad's grandma, like she murdered a dude. She murdered a German guy.
Good.
like
Wha-
not during.
That's just
oh, not during war. He was a tourist.
I don't know much family history.
I never met my grandfather from my dad's side
Yeah.
because he died in jail.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Huh?
know.
Communist.
He was what?
Communist.
No, he wasn't a communist. He murdered someone who wronged
Oh.
his sister in the middle of the town. Like he went in, like he's just with his boys, and he just fucking gutted them like fishes.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
And he went to jail for that.
Yeah, it was in front of everyone.
Cat for wronging his woman.
No, he didn't rob his.
famous
Somebody
Cretan
wronged his
vendetta,
sister.
see?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the vendettas in Crete. You don't fuck around like that. We still have vendettas. So he just went and gutted him like a fucking fish.
Goddamn.
I never met him. Never seen him.
Goddamn.
My great grandfather died in prison, but he was a communist. That's why he was in prison.
Okay,
They
so
locked
rightful imprisonment is what you're saying.
Didn't go that far, but he didn't kill anyone, is what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
And
Even the communists.
My mom's side,
They all died in a zoo.
No, they're all whoremongers. Most of them.
What do you mean?
Sorry, what?
My grandfather was a whoremonger.
Bro, all guys are whoremongers.
No, but like next level, like my mom's side, the guys really like whores.
Okay, I don't understand what you're saying though. You mean like prostitutes or like just skanky chicks?
Just skanky, but like very like
saying it
To
as
the
if it's
level where they
genetic.
put him in jail because he liked whores so much?
no, not it has nothing to do with jail. It's just they were really like fucking like my grandfather was like a big womanizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
weird non sequitur. I thought because everyone was talking about the jail stuff, and you're like, communist, murder, huh? Mine was a whoremonger.
no,
I was like, how many whores did he murder before they put him?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. No, he was just
Why?
He was a ladies' man.
yeah. At my mom's side, they were well known for being popular amongst the whores, as they say.
Amongst the wait, whores are just general women?
General women who were whores and whores.
General women who were whores and whores. So just whores.
No, but meaning who were whores, like non-paid whores, and I guess paid whores. You know.
Happening? This is what tell Poseidon to just slow down and think about the things he's saying. Use
I'm-
words that you understand.
I'm good
women that
with
were whores?
computers.
I know whores.
Yeah, I'm good with computers and machines that are computers.
I can also compute with the machine.
It's so funny. So what about you, George? Any murderers, whoremongers, or communists?
No, I don't.
That's for sure.
I don't know anything about my past. I'm not sure. I've actually never had that conversation with my dad. I have no idea.
I've had that conversation with your dad. How have you not?
I don't know. What
Do
do
you-
you know? I don't know.
Cool. He's
What'd you
like a
say?
leftist Kenny G. Not Kenny G. Kenny Rogers.
The chicken guy.
Left? No. No, I don't. I don't know. My father's side. I mean, look, his dad was a priest. I think maybe even his grandfather. So they were pretty well respected people. Because if you're a priest and the priest's family, they were kind of,
So you're saying he wasn't a whoremonger?
No, he was not. No. And that's it. I mean, my mom's side, I have no idea. I mean, my mom is from Cyprus, so the only thing I know is that,
I didn't know that. Your mom is from Cyprus.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she's
I
from
didn't know.
the occupied territory, so they lost everything. But I have zero knowledge about their past, and I don't know. I mean, sometimes my family talks about their cousins, and I'm like, who is that again? Like, I remember when I was getting married, and I was doing my list, and my mom's like, okay, you're gonna invite her. This, I'm like, who are these people? She's like, it's your
Oh, you
dad's
have that? You
cousin,
have that.
and I'm like, what? Like so yeah, we have a big family, but I don't know any of them except for my immediate family.
You don't know the
like my
rest.
dad's cousins and all that stuff. Like, I have zero idea.
Really? I mean, I know my grandparents' siblings, and their kids. Like,
I know some of those,
I
yeah.
know them well.
Like,
My
you
grand-
met them?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I grew up with them
Okay.
because my immediate family is minuscule. Like,
Yeah.
my dad has 3 sisters. They
Weren't
have
your
no
parents
children.
born here, Phil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Phil's like a second generation. That's why
Yeah, my
they established
grandparents-
roots here.
Yeah, exactly. My
Mine, they're
grandparents,
off
when
the
they came,
boat.
brought their siblings because that was what they were doing. So my grandfather on my mom's side brought his siblings. My grandmother brought her siblings. My dad's side, like, no one else came. It was just my grandfather. And I mean, he came illegally under the cloak of war, posing as a dance instructor.
Oh, I have my grandfather's. Speaking of war, I have my grandfather from my mom's side who looks like me, and everybody says acted like me, and which is weird, like just how genetics work.
Yeah.
And it's laminated, but I'm gonna put it somewhere for his because he received awards for the Civil War.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
murdered people and shit.
Yeah, bro, he protected Greece from the goddamn commies. But it's I think the Civil War and something else he contributed to.
The
But
Balkan Wars, probably.
The
Balkan Wars,
Balkan
most
Wars.
likely.
But you know what's fucked up is that the government, bro, that's all he got.
The Balkan Wars were way before the Civil War. The Civil War happened after the Second World War. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it was the
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
World War.
Maybe the Second World War. Yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry,
have-
I thought you said your mom's grandfather.
No, my mom's father. I have it at my on my house. I'm gonna bring it here. Put it in my studio.
Your mom's father
Yeah.
may have been active in the Balkan Wars, the Second Balkan Wars, 1920s.
No. Then it wasn't that. It was the Civil War. There's no way in the 1920s. But yeah, so it's weird because he looked like me. But point is, he contributed to the government. They thanked him with that, but they did nothing. They did nothing for him. And then there's other people that were treated so much better that were, let's say, even on the losing side or whatever, but they were politically connected. That got reaped so many rewards, and this guy risked everything to help Greece, and he got fucked over.
God damn.
by the Greeks. So
I mean, my grandfather used to always tell me this story, and it's hilarious because it only goes to show how little he gave a shit before he died. He had this picture of him from a French newspaper.
oh, nice.
In like I guess it must have been the mid 50s, where he's walking down. It's like a black and white photo on the cover page, and it says "Un espion grec à Paris," a Greek spy in Paris. And he would show
What
me
a
'cause he
bad
worked-
spy. He's on a
What?
magazine.
He was a shitty spy, and he would show me this picture. He was so proud. He looked like fucking James Bond. He had the Wayfarers on, the fucking the white coated top shoe, whatever, the 3-piece suit. And he's like, "Look, I was a spy." I go, "You're a shitty spy."
Yeah, that's the.
I was having a good time. I was like 21.
Yes, hello. I am
like,
a
no,
spy
you're a
from
bad spy.
the Greece. Please, not tell anyone. Would you like to make interview? Yes, no problem, Mori.
Yes. Right, I was
I
like,
am
yeah.
I am Bond.
Yeah.
Yanis Bond.
No, it would have been funny if it was a Greek last name.
It was Phil
Oh.
Bond.
Yeah,
His name was Philip.
yeah.
Oh.
Philippe,
would've been funny. Since it was Greek, it would've been funny if it was
Greek. Vond.
Why would Vond be Greek? It would have
You
been
stop.
funnier if you're like Stavrokomatikakis. Philip Stavrokomatikakis. That would have been funnier. You're just taking Bond and you're like Vond. So why would that?
Vond?
Yeah, so
about, like-
we do know that coronavirus might be contagious, but humor, not contagious.
No, not at all.
Oh my
There's
god.
no contact high.
What?
There's no contact
There's
high
no
for
contact
humor.
high.
I
That
have
was,
a dark sense of humor.
and he had no, you don't. And that was a good. He had a good moment. He had a good moment ready to strike, and he fucked it up. He dropped the ball. It was given to
You
him.
don't.
There's an
I
enemy.
just want to know like the mathematics in the brain. It's like, okay, Bond will switch one
Vond.
letter. That
Vond.
should make it Greek, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exactly what happened.
I mean, there was so many easy jokes there. He had the exact same name as me.
Yeah.
He could have made so many jokes.
Yeah.
Hole, feel my hole.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, sure.
don't do it now.
Shoot or
Please
shoot,
don't.
bro. Shoot or shoot. Sometimes they miss, sometimes they hit.
But you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
not all
shooters-
shooters are good because
TikTok
shooters
isms
shoot, but
for
they score a
2021.
lot. Yeah. Shooters shoot, and they
Oh.
normally score a lot.
Yeah.
What we're saying is maybe you're not meant to be a shooter. Maybe you're meant to be a passer.
Or like a passive bottom.
No, I enjoy
Did you
shooting,
hear that?
bro.
What was that? No, I didn't hear
was
that.
that?
It was creepy.
Who did
I didn't
that?
like it.
You did that.
I laughed
I
so
did that?
much.
He doesn't know what noises are coming out of his body.
Oh.
Yeah, he pulled a Jurassic Park. He's like a Triceratops.
Mook outside and
Ah, yeah.
Look, I haven't had a cigarette, bro. I'm a bit edgy, bro.
Wait, in one day?
Yeah.
Did you
What?
smoke last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yes,
you
Gage,
hadn't
the
smoked
Ontario
last night.
minister did
And you
resign.
haven't smoked yet. You could have gone a year basically since your last cigarette. But you started the year off right away smoking.
No,
I started the
before-
year off with Billy Bread.
What's Billy Bread?
Vasilopita.
Oh, that's funny. Billy Bread.
That's what I call it, the Billy Bread, because my dad's name
I
is
ate
Bill.
crepes last
But,
night.
Crepes?
Yeah, because
Nice.
one of the gifts I got my lady was a panini press, which also does crepes and all that stuff. And she was all excited. And
Really?
And you guys just went stupid on that, right?
yeah.
Nice.
My sister's
And I
funny, she
watched
bought
Coming
it.
to America.
Oh, the new one?
No, it didn't come out the new one, I think, but just the old one again, just to have fun with it. It was so impressive, man. Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall, like such a fun fucking movie. You remember it?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, such a fun. Oh, you know what I found out that his mom in that movie, the Queen, she died like shortly after. She had a 13-year fight with leukemia.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
She
and
was-
she was a cool lady. She was even given like honorary titles in Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah. It was, you don't know. You watch it and you look at who's in it and shit.
I'm curious to see how the second one is going to be. Honestly, I saw the preview. It
Yeah,
seems good.
I haven't seen the preview yet.
It seems fun.
It seems good. Yeah.
I
So
didn't
did
even.
the Borat trailer.
What?
But so did the Borat trailer seem good.
Yeah, but Borat
seen it.
also. I love the first Borat because I didn't know then what I know now about filmmaking.
Exactly.
So I didn't know
That's
all the fuckery he was pulling. Like I thought it was all legit reactions to what he said. I didn't realize at the time that it was all different
Yeah.
reactions to different things. You get it?
Yeah, that's dirty what he did.
Yeah, it's like me taping you right now. Tell me about how you love to eat your favorite burger, and you go into detail about licking it and eating it and that. And then it cuts to me. I'm like, so what do you do when you see your mom? And then it cuts to that answer. So
yeah.
people are like, yo, Poseidon's a pervert, like, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not really.
Oh, it's like what they do with when they have Joe Rogan and what's the other guy's name? The
Jogan.
No, the guy that does
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah, and they have
The
them.
supercuts, yeah.
The supercuts, bro, they're so
But they're meant for humor. You know that they're not trying to deceptively tell you that.
yeah, I know.
By the way, with the new deepfake stuff, I've seen some
Scary.
crazy work. Bro, this is not
Fucking
even a
scary.
joke. Me, even you, probably Phil at this point and him, but especially me because of all these hours that I have online, they can easily make me do or say anything that wasn't me. Anything. They have enough stuff of my face and of my voice, this and that. They can make a video of me walking into a fucking school and smacking kids.
God damn.
Yeah, they can make it and it could be like, that's clearly him. Listen to the voice, listen to everything. They have so many, dude, it's crazy.
God damn.
It is insane what they could do now. And by the way, I'm over giving because I've done so many hours. They don't need that much, but it's the fact that there's certain people online that have all these hours of talking and face and movements and all that.
That's scary though.
It's bro, the world is changing. Yeah.
That's very dangerous for the future because
Yeah.
before, if they didn't like you, let's say Clinton's or whatever, you know what I mean? They didn't like you. They would
What the
have.
fuck are you saying?
He doesn't know yet. He's trying to figure out.
No, but what I'm saying because
okay.
I realized like what they did with Trump, they they assassinated his character with the news. They just fucking, you know what I mean? But before they used to just off people.
No, I mean, they used to always assassinate your character. They used to talk about hookers and cheating and catching hotel rooms.
Yep.
It used to always be like that, but now because people don't care about that shit anymore. People are like, yeah, I don't give a shit what somebody does. His dick is his problem.
Yeah.
So now it's more like the extreme, you know? But the thing is, what I worry about more is the voice thing because let's say the video, right?
Yeah.
I have a video of you going around beating up kids. You could disprove it, be like, okay, find me those kids. They're not real. You get it? You could disprove that.
Yeah.
But the voice, now that they have so much that they can make you say anything, they could literally just have an off recording and be like, yeah, it's a recorded phone call or whatever of you saying crazy shit that you would never say. But it's you. They have everything. The nuances in the way you speak.
Yeah.
So it could be you talking about we need to kill all the Taiwanese or something, but serious, you know? I don't know. I'm just saying something crazy.
Yeah.
And then they attribute it to you. That's crazy because politically and all that, they could really fuck you over. Just anonymously drop it in the news. They know it's fake, but it doesn't matter because everybody picks up on it.
Yeah.
They're like, did you know fucking Phil Balabanos wants to set all koalas on fire? Like, it's just crazy shit.
Who told you?
Yeah. It's very impressive how even the South Park guys have a new show with deepfake on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I saw.
It's fucking
I
funny.
didn't watch it, but I saw that they have it.
Yeah, they're taking, but
sorry.
they're purposely not doing the voice stuff. They're making their own funny voices, but they're just using the face, and it's really, really well done for guys that are fucking around. That they're not trying to start a coup. They're trying to still make it seem fake to fuck around.
Yeah.
It's incredible what we could do now with technology.
But man, that's
Deepfake is a scary tech, honestly.
but
Yeah.
they should fucking put a law around that shit like right away, like for.
Well, what's the law? How do you stop that? How do you stop the movement of technology?
I don't know, bro, but like, fuck, man, there should be. I don't know. I don't know. There should be some kind of fucking.
Because for sure there are laws. Yeah, someone's beeping. I could hear the beeps in someone's house.
Sorry, my grandfather's calling me.
Oh shit! Why he heard you talk shit?
It's okay. No. I mean,
Why
he
you
doesn't
make
know the
fun of our
internet is a thing.
spies?
No. That grandfather, if he heard me, I mean, we'd need a priest and a Ouija board.
Why?
Because he's dead. The
The
living grandfather's calling me to tell me Happy New Year. The last king of Sparta.
Phil?
May he live 1,000 years.
What if that relative you had as a spy? What if
My
he was
grandfather.
What if he was just trolling the French?
Just trying to pick up
he wasn't. I
French
mean, he
chicks.
was actually he worked for the Greek intelligence. I forget what the acronym is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so it was
then-
just a bad
then they
spy.
burned-
Okay.
Greek intelligence is the antithesis of Poseidon.
The what?
What? I said he
Greek
got burned.
Yeah, I
Like,
said
he got a burn. So that's
Greek
why he lost
intelligence
legally.
is the antithesis of Poseidon.
Of Poseidon, yeah.
Yeah. Poseidon's frozen right now. He's
I
buffering.
don't know what antithesis means.
Oh,
It's okay.
You don't know what means?
Antithesis.
he doesn't know what antithesis means.
Look, I'm not a very
Just,
educated man,
just
Philip.
no, don't search it, man. You know what you're gonna do? Take that word, say it in Greek.
Yeah. No, he's looking for it. He's not gonna do any mental exercises.
Oh, that is the direct opposite. Ah, okay, I get it.
Just say the word in Greek, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it right away. Forget the whole
I
reason.
know.
Αντίθεση.
Oh, I was okay. Αντίθεση, I was gonna say.
Yeah, or adítheto. You know, like it's.
Oh, αντίθετο. Oh, yeah, it's true. Oh, interesting.
Whoa,
Oh,
shit. Your volume's out, Phil.
Oh.
Oh, his battery died right on time, actually. Bring on the credits music. Poseidon, do your damage like you did the other day. Tell everybody what they should be doing with their lives.
They should be. Hold on, what? Repeat that?
Hurry up,
Do
my
the
battery's
plugs.
dying.
Oh, the plugs. Okay, you said do your damage. I was. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, head on over to panteliscomedy.com because that's where he posts all of his stuff and the links to the Discord where we built this crazy community, and also the most important link of all, patreon.com/Pantelis, where you get exclusive stuff, exclusive
It's a new month. Sign up to win stuff.
Yeah, you can win stuff, all kinds of stuff, many a stuff we have.
Okay, clearly you're frozen. Switch it back to me. The Poseidon69, Twitter and Instagram for this fucking buffoon. Phil Balabanos, balabanos.com. Go in the description. There's links in there. Description has links for Phil. If you need him to make a commercial for you, he'll do it. If you don't like commercials because you don't have a business, doesn't matter. He's providing podcasts. Go to his fucking YouTube page. Watch Phil My Hole, his podcast. The other gentleman on your screen over there, that's George Tadrizos. He's the one who brings us the news. He was an old political consultant. He was a savvy connoisseur of the Montreal and Canada, basically, political life. He knows all about it, but he pretends like he doesn't. Follow him because he's got podcasts, the Backstage Podcast, where he talks to all of his old friends in politics, scumbags, criminals. But he also has a hit show called Just Us Dads, where a bunch of daddies get together and they talk about their babies. And they're like, oh my God, isn't it hard being a daddy? And like, I know daddy. It's so hard being a daddy, right, daddy? Then they make out with each other. It's fucking weird, but very, very good show. Innovative. LGBTQ, whatever the fuck, progressive. It's a good show. A lot of people like it. So Just Us Dads, links in the description. Thank you all for watching. Patreon.com/Pantelis.
Happy New Year.
Ba-dum, ba-bow.